Nintopics Podcast, all things Nintendo. Yeah!
Welcome. I forgot the countdown, but we're here. What's going on?
Yeah, that was the fastest live ever.
Welcome to the Odyssey. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's your countdown. 5 seconds. All right, welcome to the Odyssey, my friends. We're here. We're live. It's Friday. You're here, and I'll just put a little music here so you guys can bob your head a little bit.
Oh wait, you said bob your head a little bit?
Yeah.
This is probably way too much then. There we go. That's much better.
That's not too loud, right?
Throw the emojis in the chat.
I feel like the SNL What Is Love, where they're all in the car.
Oh, that's right.
Bum, bum.
Okay, all right. I think that's good for that one. I think I have another song here. Let me see. No. There we go.
Now take a deep breath and let go. Nintopics is here, so let it show. It's time to get your dance and your smile on.
Yo.
I'm feeling happy with Nintopics Podcast. I feel like dancing with Nintopics Podcast. It's been a hard week, but I feel better now. It's time to flow with the Nintopics Podcast.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, welcome to the Nintopics Podcast season 4, episode 3. We are here and ready. Our bodies are ready for Switch 2, and it's time to start the podcast. Right? I know a lot of you have been waiting already in the chat. I came by a little earlier, and I'm like, it's like 2 hours earlier, and there are people in the chat just kind of hyping up Switch 2 and hyping up each other already. So thank you so much for being here that early. I appreciate you. And we're here with the great Paul Guild Network. How you doing, Paul? Well, wait, I should say Super Paul Guild Network.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I'm doing good, thanks. I went back to work this week after vacation, and it's a nice beginning of a new semester, so that's fun.
It's awesome.
And playing a little bit of Fortnite, still enjoying my King Kong and Godzilla showing up, and yeah, it's a good week for a few things, you know. Supergirl started filming yesterday, like we talked about earlier. And
yes.
Yeah, some exciting things.
Yes. Is there a release date? That Gunn said with that one?
Yeah. I think it's like 2027, but they have a date. Oh, geez. Earlier, June 26th, 2026, next year. 11 months after Superman comes out.
And they just started filming yesterday. You see how fast? I think this is James Gunn working his magic. This guy has to be like a sorceress or some kind of, what do you call that?
Warlock?
Wizard, warlock. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Warlock.
Yeah, I mean, this guy makes a movie in 1 year, and then he doesn't even wait for his first DCU movie to come out. And I'm making Supergirl, and then after that, I'm making the Brave and the Bold, and then after that, I'm making something else. You know, it's like, okay.
And Jason Momoa's in Supergirl.
Yeah, Lobo.
Yeah, finally,
a good Lobo.
This guy was going nuts for that.
Yeah, come on, oops.
Yeah, he thought that he was going to be Lobo to begin with, right? And then not your Aquaman. I'm like, oh, all right. Yeah. But he killed it as Aquaman too. He killed it.
I like his presence a lot as Aquaman. He brought some fun to the character.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Hollywood, let's take it over to Zach. Hollywood Hendricks. How you doing, Zach?
Doing pretty good. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Nintopics Day, everybody. It's been a busy week for me. Can't talk about a lot of the stuff because of NDAs and whatnot. I know Lily, I think, saw my Instagram story, so she's got some idea of some of the settings of some of these things.
I have no idea. Like, I just saw something, but I don't know what it is.
Good.
It was like a stage, like getting ready for something. That was it.
That means I
Is
share
he a
the
knight?
appropriate amount for an NDA, so that's good to know. But yeah, it's been a good week. Haven't had too much time to game because I've been kind of traveling state to state to work on some stuff.
Mhm.
But I did get a couple minutes with Echoes of Wisdom. Now that I beat it, I'm trying to 100% it and do some of the stuff that, like, I never found a Lionel on my first go through.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm
yeah.
going back now to like try and get the Lionel and whatnot.
Cool.
And I don't like to look up online and see where.
Darn, I was gonna tell you.
After the bed, he was
So
my next Echo. After the bed, because the main bed was my number one Echo because like I can play so many of them. So
But
That's
the
awesome.
Lionel's like so cute in Echoes of Wisdom. Like,
Right?
I was like, you're not
Yeah,
a
I've seen
dancer.
some
You just
videos.
want a hug.
like a little pet.
Lionel, I choose you.
My
Attack.
favorite
wanna
has
snuggle.
gotta be the highest level Dark Nut.
Oh,
It's
level
spinning-
3? Oh
with
my
its
god.
spinning
It's
attack. I just
my
like pick
favorite.
it up and just I just walk around while it's spinning and just like use it as like an axe.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. That is awesome. And moving over to the next door neighbor. Let's move it over to Hyrule, the correspondent, Zelda's mama. Joycey J, how you doing, Joycey?
Hello, how is everyone? I'm Joycey J, and I like Zelda things. And I want a Echoes of Wisdom Lionel plushie.
Yes. Oh,
I
that
want
reminds
one.
me.
Wouldn't that be cute? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
That is awesome. And of course, let's go upstairs to Lily. I guess today's only Lily.
Yeah,
Lily.
I can change that, but yeah, I do have my handle at the bottom. But you
I
know
just
what?
messed with
A
you.
lot of the settings clear out for some reason, so I have
Yeah.
to type it in again.
I'm
There
just
you go.
messing with you, Lily.
Fix. Doing great. Happy Friday, everybody.
Friday.
It's so wonderful to see you that we finally made it till Friday. I don't know about you, but I felt that it was a very long week. Like it took forever for me to
Yeah.
get Friday. I don't know
Yeah.
why. It just felt that way. And well, I started streaming again, and I'm starting from the very, very beginning, literally. So
Awesome.
Skyward Sword. I've been playing Skyward Sword.
Nice.
So I started with Skyward Sword. So far, I'm already at the Skyview Temple, which is the first temple.
Mhm.
And then throughout the week, hopefully I'm gonna get to Elden and all that kind of stuff. So it's
Mhm.
going there. So if that's one thing that I've been playing. The other thing that I'm not gonna start playing right now, but I do want to start playing Metroid. So yeah,
Nice.
getting ready for
Me too.
Metroid. Yeah, I
Right.
do want to get ready
Right.
with the settings. Yeah, Metroid Prime 4. So I want to get the the remaster because that's the one that I recently completed,
Yeah.
or that I roll credits on. So yeah, I do want to start playing Metroid. And yeah, it was a very fun week. I must say so myself. But
Mhm.
yeah, everything good, everything well.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Lily, for sharing. And on my neck of the woods, just been making videos left and right on Switch too, and a whole bunch of stuff. I'm also been enjoying Donkey Kong. I think this is this is officially my favorite 2D side-scrolling Donkey Kong. Although is there any other? Yeah, there's Donkey Kong Country. Is there any other Donkey Kong
Do you want another one?
Well,
Already?
from Nintendo 60? Oh yeah, that's Donkey Kong Country, right? Wait. What Nintendo 64 Donkey Kong Country game do we have?
Before.
We have like
Super
3
Nintendo
Donkey
had
Kong
Donkey Kong
countries.
Country 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, from Rare, right?
Yeah.
The Rare
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
are on 60 on SNES, and then
SNES,
and then on
got one by Rare.
and it's also side scrolling.
That one's 3D. Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the best one.
GameCube got Jungle Beat.
Okay, Jungle Beat, and then
with the
we got
bongos.
Tropical Freeze.
Yeah.
For Wii U / Nintendo Switch. But I have to say, I'm really enjoying this one. This is, I think, my favorite side-scrolling one so far. Because this is my first time playing it. I didn't play it on 3DS for the second release or the first release back in the Wii. Was it Wii? Is this a Wii game or?
Yeah. Wii.
Right? So I didn't play those two games. I wasn't really too into Donkey Kong. I was a Mario guy back in the day, just like a Mario guy. But I've been branching out a lot, and so I'm really enjoying this Donkey Kong Country game. Really awesome. I'm not sure what people were talking about. Well, it's good that I didn't play it because I have nothing to critique. Like, oh, this is really
Yeah.
good. I'm just enjoying my time with the game, and it's awesome. So, yeah, I'm also looking forward to Metro Prime 2 and 3. I did beat the first one, and I'm looking. I do own the Wii U, and I do own the Metro Prime trilogy on the Wii
Oh,
U.
nice. Okay,
You
cool.
know, but I don't want to play it there. I want to play it on Switch when it comes out. I don't want to play it on the Wii U. Look, I have my gamepad somewhere in here, and I have my Wii U there. I did jailbreak my Wii U just because it allows me to add more controllers so I can play with this one, right? Just for
Instead of using the ones for Nintendo. Yeah.
yeah. I also use my PlayStation 4 controller on the Wii U, which is cool. But yeah, I don't want to play it on Wii U. I want to play it on Nintendo Switch or Switch 2. I'll complain Nintendo Switch 2. But yeah, it is. Did I already go over to Joycey because I have my brain, Joycey.
Yeah, she was just
Yes,
like,
yes.
I'm Zelda's mama. Sup, y'all. Next.
Pretty
And she waved the
Yeah,
shade
that was-
fan for some reason.
I before I move forward, I always want to make sure because I don't want to leave anybody behind. You guys already know my brain. It's Dory. Dory is my cousin's sister's,
Oh, really?
nephew's, brother's, uncle's best friend. So
It's called
Yeah.
Sometimers, Mike. It's called
Yeah.
Sometimers. Welcome to
sometimes.
40.
Well,
Unless you're Paul.
well,
Because
Level
Paul
40?
knows everything. Yeah, when you get to level 40, that's exactly a good way to put it. When you get to level
Yeah.
40.
I'm right
Yeah.
now. I'm at level 40.3 right now.
I'm
Yeah,
about
so-
to be 40.3. I'm about to be
Yeah.
in a couple months.
So I'm version 40.3. This update is not as great as. It's not as great. I remember when I turned 30, I'm like, I don't know if you guys watch Friends, like Joey,
Yeah.
like, wow, God, we had a deal. When I was at 30, and I guess that's
I
it.
got to get you hooked on Living Single.
Living Sing. What is that a series?
Living Single is basically what the show that Friends ripped off.
Oh, okay.
Don't get me wrong. Friends has its place and it has its own storyline, but a lot of the basics is what they ripped off Living Single. So if you see it in its rich, the pilot is kind of rough, but you know how it goes with shows.
Yeah.
A couple episodes in, you get the flow. It's hilarious. We'll talk about it. I will get you.
The pilot of Friends was basically like a ripoff of Seinfeld, like the so it was like the comedic time and everything was just Seinfeld in for Friends. But so I understand what you mean. All right, so we got some really cool topics to go over, but before, hey chat, hi, you guys are awesome.
Hi,
You look great.
chat.
Yeah,
I
we love
appreciate
you.
being here. It's Nintendo Switch 2 season, so happy Nintendo Switch 2 season. Things are getting crazy day by day. We are getting information as we go, and I'm telling you, the more we know, the more excited we get. We still don't know anything about the Switch when it comes to the software. I want to ask you a favor, chap. Stay away from like harmful leaks, meaning UI stuff, internal stuff. If anything leaks like that, because it probably will. We have a next handheld who actually has the system in his hands. He's breaking it apart and telling people what's the innards in the of the system, and
In the
so
outers.
in the outer, and so
The arounders.
stay away. I think the what?
The arounders. I'm just
The
making up
arounders.
stuff. I'm just making up words. That's not a real word.
It's a funny word though.
Arounders.
Arounders.
The
Somebody said
innards,
that.
the outers,
Bring it
arounders.
around
Yeah,
town.
Bring it around town. But before we get into the topics, we gotta
Juicy stuff.
we gotta highlight this right here. We gotta highlight the all-star, one of our all-star here, Boo Mini. Thank you so much, Boo Mini, for that gifted. I think half of my members are gifted from Boo Mini.
Yep.
But I appreciate you for your support. You are awesome.
We appreciate you very much.
And congratulations, whoever claimed the thingy, the
Oh, yeah,
membership.
The
let's see.
dingy dingy.
Wasn't that you last week, Mike? Or was that the week before? That
Seriously?
cracked me up.
Tao Show.
Oh yeah, I can't be.
Tao Show was gifted a membership by Boomini.
Yeah, I cannot be a member to my own channel. It's not work. I would be, but I can't because it doesn't allow me. All
Remember your
right,
name?
I do. It's Mike. I don't remember what's it from. but I remember it's Mike. It's short for
So
something.
your name is Awesome Mike. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, Mike.
Awesome Mike.
Awesome Mike.
Okay.
Awesome Mike Odyssey. Change the whole channel name.
Or Mike Odyssey 2 for Switch 2.
Yep.
Actually, I'm not against it. I'm not
Right.
against it.
People are telling me to change my update my intro since it's like the Switch coming up and turn into my Odyssey logo. So I have to, I gotta do that. All right, so we got some topics here, exciting topics because okay, these are not leaks. These are oopsies. Okay, these are called oopsies. All right, and so some stores do some oopsie, right? They're like, oops, I didn't mean to do this, but I did, and somebody online snapped it. And whatever lives online, right? And so we're gonna go over the first topic regarding one of these oopsies from one of the stores, right? The store's called New Egg, and New Egg is a tech store where you buy computer parts and stuff like that. I've been buying parts there for years, and well, they made an oopsie, right? And so I want to go ahead and show that oopsie to you right now, so that you can judge this oopsie for yourself. And let me know what your thoughts are, right? I'm going to start with Paul. The minute I share this, because I'm trying to find where it is. One second. Where is the
I'm going to go, oops, I did it again.
Oh, you're for real.
With your heart. Got lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby.
Okay, stop before we
You gotta
get
throw in like the random that she does.
Oh,
All right, so here we go. Yeah, I think we're demonetized already.
Oh God, no. There's another oops.
All right, so here's the oopsie, right? New Egg posted this thingy here, and I know everybody has seen it. It's old news by now, but still, it's new news for us because our podcast is at the end of the week, right after everything happens. So what they did was that, of course, they're selling you a Nintendo eShop card, right, for $50. And they'll, and so what they'll tell you is that in 2025 here, you can buy this gift card and buy games like Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, right? Or games like new 3D Mario, or games like new Mario Kart, or games like a Legend of Zelda, a Legend of Zelda remake remaster, or Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, or Pokemon Legends Arizona. And so here we go. Here we have it. It's either a 3D Mario, a new 3D Mario, a new Mario Kart. It doesn't even say Mario Kart 9, just a new Mario Kart. And I wonder where this comes from, right? I'm like, where did they get a new Legend of Zelda? Because I know in this particular cast, this podcast, right, this crew, all we see is Zelda. A new 3D Mario, okay, cool. Mario Kart, cool. Did you say Zelda? Remake?
Did you say remaster and or remake?
Right? Remaster or yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, y'all, in our Discord chat for the cast,
yeah,
all Mike did when he gave us the notes was he put like, okay, Zelda remake, and I didn't read anything else. I just said we're having a Zelda podcast.
Exactly.
Anytime you say Zelda, I just appear.
Exactly. And listen. There was a lot of information around the Zelda in the notes, and like Joshi's way, like it's like a beam. Right there, Zelda. It's like a beam.
When Mike's looking for me, he doesn't message me or anything. He just says Zelda, and I just instantly, I'm like, okay, what?
That's it. Yeah. So
Sorry,
it's like Zelda is Joshi's bat signal.
Pretty much.
For real. So yeah, Paul, what do you think about this oopsie? Who do you think made this oopsie? Why do you think this oopsie was made?
So I don't want to. I like to be optimistic, but
Yeah.
I'll let the pessimistic part, because that is a potential, come out first, and that it could just be, let's attract more people to the site and more people do sign up and
Mhm.
buy a gift card from us, which is not refundable, because there will eventually be a 3D Mario game.
Yeah,
There will
right.
eventually be
Mhm.
a remake or a remaster of some Zelda game. It's not too far-fetched to predict that, and it's not lying to customers if it doesn't come out in 2025, because there could be subject to delay or that kind of thing. So it could just be lure people in and get them excited, and that's that. However, there could always be, and then now here's the optimistic part of me,
Yeah.
says little rumblings behind the scenes for what's coming to products that very few people would honestly know, though, is that, hey, expect a 3D Mario, expect certain pre-order amounts to be of this quantity, so and so, so and forth, these kind of deals, store perks, all that, and with Zelda as well. So like, I'm unfortunately not leaning towards a Mario or a Zelda remake not happening. I think we actually are going to get a 3D Mario this year.
Mhm.
And as we discussed last time on the podcast, I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if, since by July it's going to be a longer time from that Twilight Princess Wii U to now than
Mhm.
from Wii and GameCube to the Wii U remaster. I could totally see Twilight Princess coming. So like, I actually think they're going to happen, but I don't necessarily think that this represents them 100% knowing that. You know what I mean? So I think it's just educated guess, kind of like we had on this podcast last week. So that's what I'm leaning towards being more likely, even though I do think those are happening, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That makes
However,
perfect sense.
they may have more ties on that whole retail side than we do, because none of us have shops that we sell video games from and gift cards and all that kind of stuff. So
Mhm.
the hopeful me is like, oh dang, maybe they heard a little something. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, what caught my attention was that they also put a new Mario Kart, right? And the Mario Kart was in the trailer. So they're not really specifying that Mario Kart is Mario Kart 9. They know that Mario Kart is in the trailer, and that's a new one.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting. What do you think, Lily?
I agree with what just Paul said, and that I believe that they're trying to get more people to buy things, and it's a strategy because but in a way, in the same way, like it doesn't sound unreasonable. I do agree that we will get a new 3D Mario, of course. Zelda remake remaster, I'm not sure. I was reading a few things that February we might get the final release for Nintendo Switch. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping they finally porting what we are kind of waiting for. We have been waiting for many years.
Mhm.
Hopefully that's going to be the case. But yeah, I feel like well, in reality, like we know these kind of things. We know what's out there, but the reality of things is that a lot of people don't know. Like they'll definitely just go and say, you know what, I have my kids. Then they've been asking me to get like a gift card for Nintendo, or they have Switch. Like they know they have a Nintendo, but they don't know exactly what's going. So if they know there's going to be a new Switch and they know that they're getting new games, of course they're going to buy more. So I do agree that it feels like it's more like a thing more for people to start buying things. Like I feel that also other manufacturers, like for accessories as well, they're going to take advantage of that. They're going to say the new cases or accessories for the Nintendo Switch 2. So yeah, they're going to start doing that, even though you don't actually have the console at the moment, right? We don't have the pre-order yet. So yeah, they'll definitely try whatever is necessary for them to start selling stuff, selling things.
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple of accessories being sent to me for Switch 2. What am I gonna try it on? But I'm gonna make the video on it, right?
Yeah, how?
But, yeah, I'm gonna make the video on it because I know it's gonna get views, because it's like the first accessories for Switch 2 are out, and we can I can put the Switch 2 inside. I mean, my Nintendo Switch inside of it to see how compare the sizes or whatever, right? But like, have we reached? And this question is for Joycey, because I know she has a spicy answer for this. Have we reached, Joycey, the point where even stores as serious as Newegg be trolling people to make a buck, right? I'm like, let's say this is the case. They're trying to like every other accessory before that, because accessory makers started that. I think the first accessory maker who started that was MobaPad. They were the first ones in the beginning who said, "Oh, switch to this and that, and we have this and blurp, blurp, blurp," right? And then just every other accessory maker followed suit. Now we have a tech, like a credible big. I mean, I remember this tech company for years. I've been buying parts from them like for years, and they're using this to kind of bring in people if it's true, right? I think it could be a combination of both, because I see. I mean, why say a new this, a new that, and then say Zelda remake remaster? Instead of saying a new Zelda, right? They went with the Zelda game. They went Zelda remake remaster. They didn't say a new Zelda.
I didn't say which one. There are plenty of Zeldas out there.
Yeah, and they could have used the word new instead of remake remaster, right? So what do you think, Joyce?
So I'm gonna go the same route as Paul and Lily. It's not technically a lie.
Yeah.
Because there is a good possibility we can get a new Zelda or a new remake. None of these games are, there something of all of these franchises or series, are coming.
And the horizon.
So it's technically not a lie, but it's also still a little bit misleading in a way, because they are just trying to get you to buy things. I think everybody, and maybe because of social media, but I haven't seen anything like this before, because you all know that before social media got the way it is now, if you heard a leak, it's because you actually knew somebody, or somebody knew something in your friend group or something like that. Now leaks are just out there, just in the wind, if you will. They just kind of hit you in the face. So I've never seen anything like this. So this is the positive side. People are so gung-ho over this new system. On one hand, you got the one half of the internet who just ain't happy with nothing. And like, oh, well, the specs are this, and it's not going to be able to play this or play that. And then you got everybody, people like us. Yay, we're getting a new system, which just means new games, new gen, 10th gen, let's go. But either way, there's nothing but buzz, nothing but talking about. Nintendo is literally like, instead of paying for advertising, let's just have our fans do it. Okay? We're going to release
free advertising.
We're going to release a 2-second trailer and let everybody just rip it apart to little bitty pieces and everything. So that is kind of a little bit more of a positive thing. But I think that everybody's jumping the gun a little too much. And I'm like, y'all, we can't wait till April. Can nobody just wait till April? I'm glad the thing is announced. And it's like everything else is just easy street from here. So, and so they're not necessarily lying, but this honestly reads like one of my Twitter posts. Like, what if, say what?
You said desperation?
No, this reads like one of my Twitter posts, like the what ifs,
Okay.
What if we get a remake of Zelda? What if we get this? What if that's what this sounds like? So, and because it's a gift card, as long as you just load it up onto your account on your Switch, you can use it for probably pretty much anything. So what if you have a third party on Switch that you want? You know what I mean? You can probably use this as well. So that's all it is. But I will say this. I don't know if anybody's really talking about this, but did anybody notice that on their news page on their Switch, the little 30-second trailer for the Switch 2 is on there? When you well, I don't know if it's on there today, but it was a few days ago. So because people that I didn't know, like I watched plenty of all kinds of different YouTubers. I didn't know that one of them gamed, and she's a little bit older than me, and all she does is pop culture and news and everything. But she's like, guys, I've been playing this on my Switch, and by the way, Switch 2 is coming out. I'm like, how did you know about that? It's actually on the news page of your Switch when you first turn it on, and it tells you news. Yeah, it's there too. So I'm like, oh, so everybody does kind of know.
I'm watching my Nintopics 2 trailer on my Switch one.
Yeah, I've done that, which is funny.
Like I'm watching.
What'd you say? Huh?
Who wants to talk right now?
What? Huh?
What?
Now nobody talks because no one wants to interrupt one another. I was just like, I did the same thing, like play the Switch 2 trailer on the Switch. I'm like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Here is your new leader.
Yeah, I know. I did wanted to add though that this information is still up in the website. That's first thing that I wanted to say. Second, I went into the Canadian website and it doesn't say that.
Oh,
From the same
what does
company.
It say? What does it say?
It well, let me switch over. But yeah, I was searching for it. I'm like, wait a minute. This is
Pun
weird.
intended.
It
Switch
says
over.
it's easy apply to your Nintendo eShop account in seconds. Ensures that you're always they always have funds enhanced for your new games and applications. It's designed for Nintendo eShop purchases. No credit card required. That's all it says. It doesn't say anything about this on the Canadian website.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Only
it's
US.
like one person in that thing. I read a chat. Somebody got fired. I mean, somebody playing with fire. They're playing with fire. And I like I said, the most interesting thing to me here is that a new Mario game. All right, a new Mario Kart. Right. Then when it comes to Zelda, a remake or remaster. Why can't it be a new Zelda game as well? So it's like they're being in a way specific that they're pointing to a Zelda remake or remaster in the works, right? I know of a website, like a tech website who has they have their this is part of the other topic, but I'm gonna just give you a nudge. That website, they are mentioning rumors from YouTubers. You know, they're talking about. I'm like, aren't you? What are you doing? Like, I've never seen websites with products talk about leaks and rumors and sourcing YouTubers on these, on actual websites like Walmart. Like Walmart saying, "Hey, there's a get a Switch 2 now because you know what? There might be a this thing coming according to," and they source a YouTuber and not Nintendo or anybody else. So it's
maybe because the leaks were so spot on.
Yeah.
When I'm gonna say this real quick and then I promise I'll be quiet. But the thing that the leaks are fun to talk about, but I'll be very honest, the leaks hold absolutely no power.
Yeah.
Because did Switch 2 get revealed any earlier? No, because we would have had it last year. Did we get any new games or all we have are rumors of games?
Yeah.
Nintendo has all this in a vault somewhere that's going to unleash on April 2nd, right? April 2nd or 4th? April 2nd, I think.
April 2nd.
And so the leaks actually have no power. So that's the other thing. So I'm really, really shocked that credible news and websites are saying, hey, let's link it to this YouTuber who probably may or may not have anything to do with Nintendo.
Yeah.
I just find that wild. I'm like, it's coming. I promise. Nintendo's not lying. They want our money and we want games. So
yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's crazy, and we're gonna go over some websites, okay, that got a little bit ahead of themselves. I mean, not with leaks, but another thing. Because right now Denki went all out. That Denki right now is in some kind of bunker. They're being probably waterboarded by Nintendo or something.
in GTA 6. In GTA 6.
Well, has anybody seen remember when we checked Satisfy forever ago and they leaked it in that trailer and then it was have you been to their website since then? Like all these accessory makers now, they have it all updated. It's the same link that we had before works now. It's got all this official Switch 2 merch on it. Better pictures of the stuff and no blur.
I feel that they have
go for it, Lily. Go for it.
I feel that they have people just typing and waiting and like, okay, go, and then they just go ahead and put everything back up.
Exactly. I agree. I agree.
I would suggest not buying anything until it's actually released and announced and everything. Because what if the size proportion is a little bit off or this and that and the other? So anyway, I'll hush.
No, I agree 100%. And So talking about websites, talking about getting ahead of themselves a little bit before April, right? Because April is around the corner. This part I can understand, right? And this is good for you. This is you viewer who wants to know where to find pre-orders. Believe it or not, websites have started already. Some websites in Italy, a website in Italy, literally started taking pre-orders,
Oh.
like with a price and everything, you know. And so
Please don't do that.
yeah, they
Yeah.
start taking pre-orders. They have a set price there. People can actually pre-order the system there,
Are
and
they taking money?
they're taking money too.
Yeah, that's bad.
They're taking
Don't
money.
do it, y'all. Don't do it.
Yeah.
No,
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
man.
I wouldn't go for it either.
And the website is confirmed to be a credible website from Italy, like an actual tech website. You know, it's not like it's like a Walmart here, like something that we know here, like a GameStop, but over there. And so that's happening. I don't have I think I can get the link. Let me go with the link. But while I show you that, I'll give you other websites here who are doing the same exact thing, but in an other way. I think it's helpful in the way they're doing it. I find it helpful because at least we get those pre-order websites saved or tabbed, right? Because they are the same exact websites where the pre-order will start. So this is it here. Let me get there. So here we are. I went ahead. By the way, guys, if you have not subscribed to the Odyssey yet, I encourage you to. I have turned the website or the community section here into a Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order watch. Okay. So everything I'm going to post here until Nintendo releases the system will be pre-orders, links where the Switch 2 will be available for pre-order. And if let's say it's sold out, pre-order watch will be also here. So if you are not yet subscribed, make sure you are. Hit that bell to be notified and be checking the community section of the channel constantly here. I'm also going to do that on the Twitter account, on my X account. So let's start with GameStop. Everybody loves GameStop. We love GameStop, right? You love GameStop. We love GameStop. Everybody loves GameStop, right? And so
I
here
love
we
how
go.
we have a battle plan. Like this is a strategy.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I
telling
want to
you.
make
I'm
sure we
telling
get
you.
one.
Listen. A Nintendo system doesn't come around every so often, especially now, 8 years later. Who knows how long the next one will take, right? Because before that, it was only 5 years, and then 6 years, and then 5 years, six, 5, and now 8 years. So right now, we just have to be prepared, and yeah, we have like a little fort here and kind of ready to battle. But this is the GameStop official website, the official pre-order page. Okay, right now, all it has is a coming soon, and that coming soon will be substituted by a pre-order button. But for now, what you can do is sign up to be notified for when Switch 2 is available. Okay, this is the same
did sign up.
website. Yeah, and this is the same website where the pre-order will be available. So when we say, hey, we have pre-order information that will help you, this is not clickbait. This is something to help you. Find where to buy your Nintendo Switch 2. You see here, we have the Nintendo Switch 2, and this is the product page. It has all the information there with all the images, right? Just announced, right? They're very hype about it. Just announced, sign up, you'll be notified. Blah, 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 And so, product description: GameStop presents the Nintendo Switch 2, the successor to the Nintendo Switch, releasing in 2025. Sign up for email alerts for pre-order updates and stay informed on the latest news and upcoming games. Well, they want you to sign up. They'll give you a pre-order notification when the pre-order is available, but they'll also send you other stuff. So basically, that's what they're saying. Nintendo offered a first look of Switch 2 and blurpity blurpity blurp. Okay, so basically, here is the official pre-order site for GameStop. This is where you can get that. So if you are somebody who wants to buy a GameStop, then this is the site for you. Go ahead and bookmark that. And we also have the one for Best Buy. Okay, Best Buy. Maybe if tomorrow there's another one, I'm going to list it on the same place. So here we have the Best Buy one. Best Buy has their page set up like this, and they also have the sign up for notifications on when the new Nintendo Switch 2, is available. You can sign up there as well. Find out when you can pre-order. That this is basically their page. Let's go to the other one. This one is in Europe. It's called well, it's Europe area. It's not really in the
Not a
Central Europe.
specific country. It's just
Yeah,
somewhere in
yeah. I think it's Dutch, right? If I'm not mistaken. The language is it Dutch? You guys know?
I can't tell. I can't see it.
I think it is. I'm not sure either.
Anybody speak Dutch in the chat? They can tell me.
Yeah, somewhere
or
in
I
the
not.
chat.
can't see it.
Yeah, it's very small.
Yeah, it is Dutch. Yeah, yeah. I put the translate says Dutch. It says please note the price. Okay, this one has a price on it, 499, right? Euro, right? So when you click here and you translate, because I can't read Dutch, it says please note the price of the Nintendo Switch 2 is not final. When the price is known, we will communicate it on this page. And this is also a sign up. If you are in this region, then you can pre-order or sign up for the notification to pre-order on this website, right? For coolblue.nl. Okay, coolblue.nl. And so you see here all this is the official page for them. They have all the, all the images for Switch 2. They got I like that image. Nice, right? This image, this Switch was looking like a beast. Look at those shoulder
It's
buttons,
thick.
right?
Shouty thick.
Beautiful, beautiful,
I was gonna say the same thing.
beautiful. Just beautiful, beautiful. And we have man, that looks sleek. Seriously, look at this. Look at this one. This thing looks like a pro. Look at that screen. Even though the bezels are right here, it looks like the gloss continues all the way to the edge, which is cool, right? Like the glossy part of the glass.
And
Yeah.
what I'll say to that is, if you want a bigger screen, I don't know if you all know this, but the Switch 2 will go into a dock. And if that dock is plugged into a television, bam, bigger screen. I'm being funny,
Yeah.
though.
Well, the thing is that people are complaining about the bezels, but you need the bezels because the Joy-Cons go inside. They go up to like here. Look, the Joy-Cons, they go up to like here, right? And so this is where the screen begins. And so this bezel is in place so that the Joy-Cons can be inserted into the system. I'm guessing if the OLED, well, there is an OLED that is thin enough so that they can wrap it on top of the layered over here, right? I'm guessing that's what they're gonna do on the next system. But at least for this one, the Joy-Con, as you can see here, this entire part right there, yeah, when you put it in the Switch, it goes up to here. It goes inside. So that's why there's a vessel there. It needs it. But yeah, if you live in this area, pre-order. We're not pre-order. More like set the notification so that you can know when you can pre-order and stuff like that. So I want to throw it to the chat. I mean, to the crew. What do you guys think about all these sites going up? Let's go ahead and start with Paul.
Kind of like the Newegg thing, they want to hop in on it. Are they legitimate? I mean, if you have used them before, I think it's fine to use them again. Yeah. If it's an unknown startup website that is accepting your $400 or 400 euros or 300 pounds that the site has just started like 2 weeks ago, then I would say maybe hold off. But in the United States, for us, if it's the equivalent of a Target, Walmart, Best Buy, something like that you're familiar with, if you've actually purchased something from them before, GameStop, go for it. I mean, I'm not giving the financial advice to go ahead and do it, but it just seems likely that if it's that kind of merchant that's doing it, maybe they have a temporary price, maybe it's a placeholder, in which case then it would say kind of like a ticket that you get for a concert or something, subject to change. Yeah. If the event goes to another stadium because of some reason, you have the opportunity to get refunded or to go to another stadium, but you would have to, pay your own flight or that kind of thing, or pay the difference, whatever. Also, there's your credit card company. I mean, if you call your credit card company and say like, hey, I just made a purchase for this website, just letting you know that I authorize this, but just in case that it doesn't, I want you to have my back. Boom, credit card company, they'll say, we'll check on that status of that and since you let us know in advance, we'll cancel it. Like any kind of shady kind of thing or not shady, but just anything that you're not completely certain of.
Yeah.
Call them ahead of time and go ahead, because your credit card company will protect you. You know what I mean? Like if they cancel and steal your money and you let them know ahead of time, they will do their job to get that money from them and cancel them and make sure that you don't end up having to pay them. So, yeah, in general, I am going to wait until I see one of my merchants that I'm familiar with. Like I have a nice GameStop Pro account. I think it's pretty sweet getting those rewards points and the $5 a month and all that good junk. Best Buy used to have a really good policy.
Yeah.
It was too good to be true, so they stopped it. They changed it to something different. But like, yeah, one of those spots opens up, which I think probably isn't going to happen until April 2nd, 3rd at the earliest for these big retailer outlets in the U.S. But maybe not, but probably. So,
Yeah.
can I fully recommend going here? Not necessarily, but there's safety nets involved, especially if you've already bought from them before. Then, well, risk factor is small.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just say one thing to that. Whatever you guys do, even if you want to wait till pre-orders officially go up and officially announced, use your credit card. Do not use your debit card.
Yep.
Because credit card, you can argue with the credit card company on, with that.
Yeah.
But sometimes when they take your real money, you don't have time for a 5 to 10 business day refund. You don't have time for all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So use your credit card, and if something goes awry, you can call them and argue with them. So I will say that.
Yeah, and also, at least here in the U.S., right? We know GameStop, we know Walmart, we know Target,
True.
we know Best Buy.
True.
We have our well-known gaming locations that we know they're legit. They're big, major companies that have been around for years, so we trust them. I trust GameStop. This is their landing page for when the pre-order will go up, right? They want your email. They also want to sell you on all other things, but that's what they do, right? But they will notify you if that's what you want. If you want to be notified, if the GameStop is your place of choice, and you want to be notified, then this is a good place to start. You can get notified for Switch 2. If you want to sign up now, or just wait till April comes along and then sign up then, that way you can avoid all the junk mail from them. Then you can do that as well. That way, at least you don't see you see a GameStop email. Oh my God, Switch 2. It's not. It's just they're trying to sell you something else. But yeah, and I like Paul said, you have to you know where you come from. You know that your places, right? You have your trusted sources. England and UK, wherever you're from, China, Japan, Philippines. You guys know where you buy your electronics. You know those places, and so don't go to any fishy website. Don't go to any. Because there's a lot. I've already seen a couple of them that like they look like, where do you come from? Very, very kind of sketchy, like very sus, right? And so I'm pretty sure Zach will catch him while playing Among Us. And so, what do you think, Zach?
I know. One thing that I recommend also would be, specifically here in America, using your example, Mike, we have GameStop.
Mm-hmm.
If you know that pre-orders are about to open up, get ready to pull up the website, but also head to your physical location, because websites can go down.
Oh, they will.
Ideally, you're waiting in line, and in case the website's down, you're able to still just go to the counter and pre-order your Switch 2.
Yeah. You're right.
Agree.
That's another good advice.
That's what I would always do with movie tickets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when we had to fight over movie tickets back then. I was also gonna say, the Nintendo could announce it any day, but I'm almost banking on the fact they're gonna announce probably the same day, April 2nd, when they do the whole Switch 2 Direct thing, that they are going to give us a pre-order date. If you're anything like me, and if you're able to. If you could take the day off, I think that's a Wednesday, so that's already my day off. Take the day off, have, your Apple computer and your PC laptop, have them both open to all your favorite places, have your credit card in hand, Okay, and just be ready to go, and get your typing skills up if you're not.
I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. The adrenaline that day is gonna be insane, man.
The blood will be pumping very fast.
Exactly. And so you can check all your websites, have them already open. You can
For
check
real.
all your websites. Whoever has
Yeah.
an opening, bam, open, order it. So, and then if you have to order a couple from different websites, just to make sure, and then go with the one that you feel best with if you have to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
do that too.
And
And I
another
wanna-
thing
Yeah.
too about working these websites. So this might be a little. I mean, we're talking about leaks, so it is what it is. But
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of trying to brute force my way into things.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you go to most of these accessory makers' websites and like Satisfy with some of the Satisfy grip for a second, like you can go and click like a Switch 1 case or whatever, or Switch 1, and then where it's like blah blah blah.com/product-Nintendo-Switch. Sometimes you can just go in there and put -2 instead
Yeah.
of a Switch. And so like all of them, for example, so I've been trying pretty much a lot of different websites where they all say, page not found or page doesn't exist. But like Hori, for example, the very popular accessory maker,
Yeah.
if you go to the Switch 1 page for accessories on their website, the URL is, hori.com/Nintendo-Switch-1. And it's like, so then you change the -1 to -2, and instead of saying 404 not found or whatever, it takes you to a dummy page, which has a different URL for more Switch 1 products. So it's like, ooh, so that means
It's up.
Nintendo Switch or Nintendo-Switch-2 or whatever. Like, that's the real URL for the page, and that might come up technically before it's supposed to.
Yeah,
So,
There you go.
you can kind of mess around and try your best to guess URLs for things too, to find things early. So far, no luck, but I got my eyes on Hori because I know that page exists now.
And that was Hacking 101 with Zach Hendricks on 106.7 FM. You're hackers.
Zach did say something too, and that's going to your store. If it's safe in your area,
Take a bath.
or if you are an adult, 18 and up, or have a parent or something like that, there's nothing quite like a midnight launch. A midnight pre-order. I have camped outside of Targets and Walmarts and Best Buys and Toys R Us's, and it's so much fun being with the hardcore people of 80 people in line, and you're like between 1st and 7th, and they give you a little ticket and say, hang out in that line, and they've got their mall security, and they've got that person walking up and down just to be safe for you, and everybody's a bunch of just fans and a whole bunch of different age gaps, and you just talk, and people have their DSs or 3DSs, and you're exchanging friend codes, and everyone's got a gamer shirt, and people have their Switches, and like whatever it is so cool. I've been camping out. The first time I did it was for GameCube. So it was a cold month. It was in November of 2001. Actually, no, that wasn't a camp out for the pre-order. That was just to buy the system that November 18th morning. But everything else usually is like camp out for a pre-order, and then you get it. Like if you have the opportunity, it's so freaking fun.
Listen,
Within the proper safety, but
Yeah.
it's the best. And then you get to have fun because I've camped out at Best Buys and stuff like that, for instance. And then you have like the people that are driving by in the parking lot in the morning, rolling down the window. What y'all camping out for? And I'll be the first to shout out, oh, Apple's releasing their new iBelt. It's a belt that attaches to your iPhone, and it tells you like your BMI and your inch status, and it tells you from the belt to your app how much you ate in the day. Like, wow, that's really interesting. Yeah, and then everyone's just laughing afterwards. And then the next person like, oh yeah, Apple's releasing the iCoffee. What is that? And you just make something up, but like,
I get that.
just something
I'm
silly,
interested
but like,
I'm interested in the iCoffee. I'm interested in the iCoffee.
All right, so shout out to Clifford Favors for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. You mentioned using credit cards as payment. Do you have a credit card? Would using a PayPal card be the next best thing?
If you don't have a credit card, that's his question.
Yeah, if you have them, if it's for security reasons, if you want to just put the money on PayPal, they also have their own protection
Yeah,
and
they
customer service and stuff like that. So you can submit. I've done it. So they're very good at that.
Yeah.
If you don't want to wait, and it's less than waiting the 10 days from a normal bank. So yeah,
Not
yeah.
advice, just information. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike.
What was that?
Oh, I
Go
thought
ahead.
you were still good. I thought I started.
No, I'm
too early.
done. I was done. That was it.
So yeah, not advice, but more so information. As someone who does a lot of selling on PayPal, for sellers don't actually like it that much because they almost always unanimously will side with the buyer, which
Yep.
means if you're trying to get a Switch 2, that would potentially be a good method to go with because they, like I said, almost always take the buyer's
Exactly.
side and reimburse you.
He's right, 100% right.
Question. I'm not very sure if this is correct, but do they have PayPal cards? I thought it was just
do.
like the.
They do.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just the account. That's why I was.
Yeah, they
wondering.
do. They have a debit card, debit card for your PayPal account. So it's like you can actually use it for as a checking account and get your
Oh, that's
money
very
deposit.
nice.
Yeah.
And are they're not Visa or MasterCard, are they? 'Cause-
Yeah, they are. They are Visa or
Okay.
MasterCard. I have one of these somewhere.
Okay, cool. Because that's the thing I did not know. Because I was gonna say like the problem with PayPal is that most of the times you're limited because not every store takes PayPal. But if you're telling me it's a card,
Yeah, it's a card.
a physical card, it has
Mhm.
either a Visa or a MasterCard, then it should work. Yeah.
Yep. It's I think it's a MasterCard PayPal. It'll say your name and it'll say business. It'll have everything that a regular debit card has. Yeah. And you can also apply for credit as well, and then that card you can also use it for both business and personal and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
And
Yep.
some places, like Best Buy, I think GameStop has too. They have their own like store credit cards, don't
Yeah. Hey, and now that we're talking about like ways to pay for your Nintendo Switch 2, there's also some companies that you can like. Let's say you don't have the money right away. You're gonna have it in a couple of weeks, but pre-order date you don't have it. While there are companies like Zip, Zip is like a company that lets you pay in four payments. PayPal also has the pay in four payments. They only take about a quarter now. 2 weeks later, they take a quarter more. 2 weeks later, so every time you get paid, every 2 weeks, they'll take a quarter of the price with zero interest. You don't pay a dime in interest. So it's like buying it cash.
Right.
I've purchased a lot of things like that. This is not advice. It's just, this is not financial advice. This is just making you aware that these companies exist and they offer those things. I think credit card companies also offer the pay for thingy, and they charge you every 2 weeks so that they don't charge you any what do you call that thing?
Interest.
Interest. Yeah, that thing.
That's right. That's very good to know. And also, there's another plug that I want to do. First for Figures, which is a great company that we have been mentioning many times because they have amazing, PVC statues and things like that. Nintendo, it's just amazing. I was very sad that I was not able to afford it like a few years back when I was back home and everything. And then a friend of mine told me, "Hey, they have payment plans. Do you know that?" I'm like, what? Seriously? So if you go to the website, they do have payment plans. So for whoever is kind of considering getting something cool like that, they do have payment plans. So it's a good thing for you of course, again, not financial advice, but if you have, that kind of capability and you think that that's something that you can afford, you can definitely take advantage of those kind of things.
Yeah. Payment plans are a lifesaver. That's how I got my first Switch. I paid 4 times the same amount. So, cool. Yeah, I love the screening that goes with also the little picture here for Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
J2 Country returns. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Says, do you think Nintendo will work with retailers to make sure, or even only in store pre-order to prevent scalpers? I know that already. Some stores are working on methods to prevent scalping. Like if you go to a website, I think, where did I see this? I think I saw it on Best Buy. I saw this where I think it was during PlayStation pre-order PS5 where they made you wait in line. Like you were on the website, they gave you like a splash page, gave you a timer and says you're in line to purchase one item. So you have to wait there for a couple of minutes. Like you just have to wait a while, and then they'll put your item on hold while you go through that. You cannot leave that. You can't refresh. There's nothing you can do there to kind of bypass. It's like a line, but online. So I know of that, and I've seen it somewhere else before. So Nintendo, they promised they were going to make more consoles around this time around, right? So to combat scalpers. So during the meeting for Okawa, that's his response to that question. They're going to make more than enough to make sure that everybody gets one. I hope that's the case, right? I hope that we do. I hope that scalpers have no money coming around that time.
Yeah.
Right? We have to pay some kind of bill.
Too. I'm sorry, Mike. I think I'm lagging, by the way.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
I just wanted to add something. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was already finished.
I wanted to add something to that though. Retail stores, it's up to them what they want to do. So basically, Nintendo can't tell them, okay, you can only give one to one person per day or per one Switch two per person. Then you can only do it for pre-orders, because this is like what I think more of what his question is about. You basically, and thank God it's online. You have the option online or if you don't want to pre-order in person, because you probably will have a little bit of a better chance if you have a couple of tabs open, because Nintendo can't control what Best Buy does. So if Best Buy says, we're not doing pre-orders online, you could only come into the store and pre-order your Switch 2, that's what's going to happen. They're not going to say that, by the way, but that's what's going to happen. Nintendo unfortunately can't control that, but what Nintendo has done, allegedly, I don't know if it was confirmed, that they have a whole lot more at launch, so everybody can get one, whether you get in on day one or you pre-order it or you just walk into the store after it's already released. So that's what they're looking forward to. And if allegedly, do they have like 7 million already, like ready to go or something like that?
The number was 10 million. The number was 10 million, and that had to do with I think it was the screens for the system on order. Somebody said, those people who track orders and numbers and whatever, they came up with the number of 10 million, and I don't think they're gonna have that for launch, but I'm guessing maybe for the year, for the first year.
Nintendo's goal for the first year is 20 million, I've heard. And I believe that they've been stockpiling. They have about 7 million offhand, is what the rumors. But again, these are rumors, so
that's what
this is directly from Nintendo. But I think the best case scenario is if there's so many Switches that every single scalper is able to get like 20 of them, but then they're not even able to sell them because everyone else is still able to get theirs from the store.
Then they have to sell them for cheaper.
Then they got to sell them for like $100.
For cheaper, because that's what happened with PS5. Yep. They scalped them, they try to sell them, and then all of a sudden, nobody wants them. So that was the problem, because nobody wanted a PS5 Pro. They were fine with the PS5.
I think the safest thing to probably do is maybe pre-order from your favorite retail site, then if it'll probably be announced in the evening, so maybe the very next day, get some time, go to another store and just say, hey, can I pre-order in person? If that, but I really think that Nintendo is aiming to make this as smooth as possible. So
I agree.
I think we're gonna be okay. I think we're all gonna be okay.
And you can't forget that Nintendo's been kind of like really working their online strategies. Like they started with Nintendo Live and their account and their lottery, and trying to create a process where you have to be logged in, you have to have an account, a Nintendo account to kind of apply for something, and then that follows. And now with this, the experience, the same exact thing, right? And for Alarmo, you need your Nintendo account to buy it, right? If you had you had your Nintendo account, you had NSO, whatever, you were able to get Alarmo before it was released to the public, and so I'm pretty sure that like this is something Paul always says. If we're talking about it, they already thought about it. You know what I mean? And so it's something that they're working on. I'm sure that they have some type of process they might reveal on April 2nd for their website on how you can pre-order through them, right? Yeah, every other website, Walmart, Target, GameStop, wherever you buy it, they might have their own way of protecting themselves because they are kind of protecting themselves. I think maybe not Walmart. I was like, maybe not Walmart that much, but they're protecting themselves. And we'll have to find out and see what happens. But again, subscribe here, and I'm turning my YouTube channel into a Nintendo Switch pre-order watch account. The community area, and the community is helping. So whenever they find a link, they're sharing with me on Discord. They find the link and then I post it on the website in the community area so that we can all have one location, one place to come to, and click on the link and just pre-order the system. I think that's all we can do, right? We can help each other in times like this because
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I think I just wanted to share a little bit of what happened when I was pre-ordering this. This is a completely different story, of course, because this was very limited and it was an exclusive thing, and that's not going to happen with Nintendo Switch 2. However, that being said, like Joycey just mentioned, Nintendo cannot really tell retailers to limit their purchases or do certain things. Yeah. But this happened to me with a very, very well-known and common where you buy grocery.
Did they used to sell books only?
No, because I placed my order and everything was secured and everything was charged. But then once, like 2 or 3 days before the fact, my order got canceled with no explanation as to why. So that's going to happen. I feel that sometimes it will happen. Again, I don't think that that's going to be the case for the Nintendo Switch 2, but just for you to be on the safe side, what I did is we do have like a very local, well-known other like electronics places or stores, not just like Best Buy or GameStop. We have others that are more reliable. They're not, fishy or things like that. They're well-known stores. So I just thought about it. I'm like, okay, probably they do have it. Mm-hmm. And I searched online and they did. And the good thing, because everybody was ordering everywhere else, like Best Buy and GameStop. And they never thought about this other store. I placed my order and I got my I think it was a collector's edition as well. So that's all I'm saying. Like, you can also find options. Try to locate another electronic store that is well known and recognized within your town or your country, whichever is the case, that you feel it's reliable, and not only GameStop and Best Buy. Because of that, like if they do cancel your order, you have another option for you to do it online, and of course for you to walk in. That would be like if you walk in and do the pre-orders, I guess you're going to be safe. But yeah, that's what happened with me when I was pre-ordering everything Tears of the Kingdom related.
Yeah. And just heads up, my friends, that at the end of the podcast, we do have a Q&A at the end. So if you have any questions you want to have answered, and this is in regards of anything that we talk in the podcast from the beginning to the end, just put your question down on. We're going to go ahead and highlight those questions and then answer them at the end of the podcast. If you want to join the podcast and be part of the conversation, you can always do so with the super chat. And then we can highlight your question, make it part of the conversation, and then continue talking about this. So thank you so much for that. So go ahead, and if you have your question, take advantage right now. Get your questions in now. We will highlight those questions and put them on the side so that when Q&A time comes to, we go ahead and answer those questions for you. Okay. And you guys have amazing questions. So I want to thank J2 Country for the super chat. Appreciate your time. And of course, we already got some questions here for the Q&A. So thank you. All right.
Anybody have a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you were talking about how Nintendo does a good job taking care of the pre-orders and stuff, like with Alarmo and whatnot. What do you think the odds are that there's like an exclusive window where you can only pre-order on Nintendo's website with a Nintendo account for like a week or something. I think it's pretty close to zero, but it's also something I can see Nintendo doing maybe in the future.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
24 hours, I would buy it.
You would hopefully they could do something like, hey, if you have an account, if your account is a certain amount length, right, and then not just people who signs up today to buy a Switch today, right? That sounds kind of sketchy, but people who had an account for maybe the majority, for a length of period, they can say, hey, you guys get to submit your pre-orders ahead of time, like they did with the alarm mode. They did it with the alarm mode, right? They gave us a little time to be able to pre-order or get it before it went out to the public. So maybe alarm mode is what Nintendo is planning to do so they can make sure that current users, right, they get a chance to buy Nintendo Switch. Maybe they'll just target accounts with a lot of activity, and just send them a link to their email with the pre-order link there, right? And they can do that. They have how many accounts, Paul?
Like 125 million.
Yeah, 125 million emails that they can just take of those 125 million, take the most active ones, send out an email email there, and have them pre-order.
However, I mean, when I was doing the experience, the first 30 minutes, it took me about 40 minutes for me to get the experience tickets because they were having issues with the website. So, I mean, if they can find a way to make sure that nothing is going to fail within that same day, because everything, like all the website is going to be down or whatever, there's going to be a bunch of errors and, I don't know. So if they can fix that, yeah, totally. But I mean, in past experience, that's not happening. So
is
especially with Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah.
Is this like an event you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, I was talking about the experience.nintendo.com, which is a Nintendo subdomain. So it's from their servers. It was down. Like you were trying to get your tickets, it wasn't going through. And imagine everybody trying to get their pre-orders and using their Nintendo account at the same time because they want to pre-order. It's going to be a complete disaster.
Yeah, but the thing is that if they send you a personal link so that you can pre-order, they have that. You have a link that goes straight to the store, and so they're expecting that. I mean, the Nintendo is right now they're managing 120 million accounts. They're doing it. You know what I mean? So, I know it's gonna be a frenzy, but it is what it is, right?
What if?
And
but
by
what
the way,
if?
Around 35 million Nintendo Switch Online members. So if they wanted to narrow it down from like 125 million accounts to just NSO, there's your perk. If you're an NSO member for 3 months or more, you get the first dibs in the first 24-hour window.
That works.
That would be awesome.
I really actually like that idea because it also low-key kind of, from a sales perspective, it low-key kind of gives everybody a bit of FOMO in a way. Yeah. It's like, I want to be in that club too. You know what I mean? I want to, so I think it would be cool if, subscribers got the first dibs, like you said, like for the first 48 or really 72 hours, members have an option to pre-order their Switch 2, blah, 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 blah. And then before they open it to the public. Yeah. That's actually brilliant.
It is because scalpers they have bots that create accounts on the spot and then they try to buy on the spot, so they can't create because it's new accounts. They wouldn't have enough time to. That'll defeat. Oh, go talk to Miyamoto. I think you gotta.
Yep.
Holding group there.
No, call your daddy for Furukawa. Call your daddy.
Dad, not daddy. Dad,
illegitimate.
Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. I meant that in the country way, not the.
No.
Oh my god, I did not notice that.
Is Furukawa's illegitimate son? Furukawa's just not paying attention. Anyway, Clifford Favors $10 super chat.
Thank you so much.
All right, do you think Nintendo will offer product insurance for the Switch 2, or? I'm sorry, but I see Zach's red face.
Yeah, he's super red right now.
Super red.
We love you, Zach, so much.
You know that they banned Red Dye #2, right? They banned it from the Food Administration. Did you know? Did you think Nintendo will offer product insurance for the Switch 2, or will they? I don't think Nintendo has ever had any like extended warranty you could buy, but I know that retailers do. Retailers they always offer you because they have some kind of partner in this. If you buy an Amazon, there's always this partner they have that can offer you like extended warranties to your thing, but it's not through Nintendo. It's through a third party company. But it will be awesome because I know Apple does, and I love Apple Care. It would be cool if Nintendo did Nintendo Care, right? Instead of fixing joysticks for free, they could just say, hey, if you purchase Apple Care or a Nintendo Care, then you get your system. You get like maybe $5 a month or whatever, and your system is part of NSO, maybe part of NSO, and we can repair your system if you have any issues with it or your Joy-Cons, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo's always been very good at customer service.
Yeah.
I think about during the Wii, halfway through the Wii's run, when they released the Wii Motion add-on for the Wiimote, and after that came out, every regular Wiimote from that point forward just had Wii Motion built in.
Yeah.
But when they first developed the Wii Motion, they straight up were like, hey, go put your Nintendo information in on our website and we will send you new new cases for your controller and this add-on thing for free.
Yeah.
And like tens and tens of millions of people had the system at that point. And so just out of nowhere being like, we want to make sure your guys' controllers are the best and that they have these nice grips on them. And yeah, so that's always stuck with me. And so I could see them having some real juicy warranties.
I have a question. Does Nintendo, because you know how the joystick, Joy-Con?
Yep.
The Joy-Con drift. Words are hard when they have letters in them. Okay. So when you have the Joy-Con drift, you can send your Joy-Cons in. I think you can still send them in, regardless of how old your system is, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, for free. For free. Yeah, for free.
Do they fix Pro controllers?
If they have a drift.
Because all my Pro controllers have drift. I think my Zelda one's about to go. So I'm like, I just don't want to buy another Pro controller, but I have like 5 of them. And I'm like, I wonder if Nintendo will fix these.
I sent mine. They did. My Pro controller, they sent it back to me with the Joy-Con drift fix.
Thank you for telling me that.
It takes about a week.
Controllers.
Takes about a week. They'll send you a little box. You put the controller or Joy-Cons in there. Ship it.
Okay.
It's like one of those rip. It's like you put the box in there. It comes with a little nice little tape. You put it there. You rip it up, and underneath is a label. Ship that.
I didn't know if they would take Pro controllers because they're just all kind of just sitting in my gaming drawer that has like dead controllers in it.
I mean, if you send them all at the same time, I think they might have questions. But maybe if you send one.
Well, no, they'll see the evolution, the original black one, the Smash one, my Splatoon one, and my Zelda one's gonna go, and then I have another one. I forgot.
Okay, so that's a problem then. Yeah, that's an issue. If you have all those controllers with drift, then they have a good contact 800 number too, where you can talk to somebody, and
I'll
then
call it out.
Yeah,
I'll call them and see if they'll take them because I was like, I could save so much money because I do not want to buy another Pro controller. But anyway, you were, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. That's a good question, and it's very something that maybe somebody in a chat might have questions about too, and it's good to cover it. All right, so pre-ordered, my friends. Pre-order again. We kind of all in agreement. We're gonna hear about it, or it's gonna start on April 2nd or April 3rd, very, very, very soon. So if you are planning to get a Nintendo Switch 2 at launch, because I know not a lot of people get it at launch. Some people like to wait, right, for the rush to be over, and you're playing your games, you're fine, right? If you get it on launch, then it's time to start saving. It's time to put $20 aside whenever you get a paycheck and stuff like that, and then have your Nintendo Switch money there. I recommend, although there is no price yet, but I don't think it's going to cost. I don't see you spending more than $500, and I say 500 because let's say $399. Yeah, the game. Mario Kart's gonna be $70. It's gonna be $70, right? And so that's $370. That's $470 for $469, and then we have the tax, on top of that. So that round it up to $500. If you don't want to get the game, then get the Switch 2. You have the entire library of games to play for Nintendo Switch on Switch 2, right? And who knows what updates these games will get. I know that's probably be my case, right? I'll probably get the Switch. I'll get the Switch 2 first. I'm probably have to get the Mario Kart because, content creation. But that's a good workaround there. So hopefully, any of the advice that you've heard here is very useful to you guys. I remember in the community section of the Odyssey page here, we have a watch going on. If you want to stay up to date with all the links there, visit it daily. So if you see any of the new links, you can visit them and then just bookmark, and then you'll be good to go. All right, T. We got pre-orders. We got pre-orders. Let's see here. Now, Nintendo, I titled this topic too, Nintendo Unfinished Business, right? What's Nintendo's unfinished business for the rest of the year? Because, now that Switch 2 has been announced, it's no longer a secret. It's not going to be called the Swatch or the Attach or the Snap or all the crazy names that we thought about before, right? We always did call it Switch 2. We always did.
Yep.
So, what? Let's start with Paul. What? Paul? There's a February Direct. Okay. There's a February. The people say rumored, but it's always happening. Even if it's
9 of the last 13 years, there's been one.
Yeah.
And 6 of the last 7 during the Nintendo Switch era. Come on. Sorry, go ahead. What was the question?
You're adding very valuable details. Yeah. So unfinished business, right? It's unfinished business. Nintendo Switch has to come to an end at some point. Not all the way, but this being the very last Nintendo Switch that is only focused on Nintendo Switch, right? And we thought we had it in June, but it wasn't. We didn't have a Direct in September. We had that partner showcase and Indie World combination. What do you see Nintendo doing before April? Before Switch 2 is revealed, what do you see Nintendo doing for Nintendo Switch?
Dang, I think on that February 5th or February 12th, we get a Nintendo Direct. Well, first of all, 11:30 p.m. Pacific time on February 3rd, we'll have that fiscal report.
Yeah.
Maybe at that fiscal report, they say semi-uncharacteristically that we'll have a Nintendo Switch regular February Direct on the 5th or 12th, or maybe they'll just drop it because they have announced Directs longer in advance, like even this Nintendo Switch 2 one and a previous one before. But they either do that or not, and then we have that Nintendo Direct, and I think there you get to see for the first time in a while Deca Police, Professor Layton. You see Metroid Prime 4 again, maybe a shadow drop or something like that of Metroid Prime 2. You get to see Pokemon Legends ZA, unless that is saved for the Pokemon Presents Day on the 27th, potentially, and you get a couple of other little third-party games, some indie titles to make up that showcase, but I think that they have enough probably to make a 40-minute presentation. Xenoblade Chronicles X, you throw that in there one more time with a little bit more of footage, and then you round it off with something middle, like one more port of a Wii U game, like a Zelda Wind Waker or Twilight Princess, especially if it's not the big ambitious remake version that we talked about last week of Twilight Princess stuff. And maybe one last final surprise of here's a Nintendo IP of yesteryear that has been dormant for a long time, like a Star Fox, like a big F-Zero that's not F-Zero 99, or of something that's not a sequel like Luigi's Mansion 4, that's too strong, but a new Kirby or a Kirby remake. Maybe the Kirby is the port, but I definitely think that we've got one last regular Nintendo Direct, and I don't even think that's going to be the end of Nintendo Directs for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
I think like in June, in September, even though they're heavily focused on Nintendo Switch 2, they will say, and new to all Nintendo Switch Online members is the following. New N64 drops, Mega Genesis drops. Here's a little WarioWare game that still comes out on both platforms. You know, like I don't think that they're just going to drop support altogether. But yeah,
and that's what I mean by this being the last Nintendo Direct specifically. Yeah, specifically for. Oh, that
the last Switch One Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, the last Switch one. Yeah, and the rest will be kind of shared until Nintendo Switch fizzes out.
I'm just gonna say, unfinished business. It's definitely Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. That's it.
Yeah, agree.
Unfinished business.
Unfinished business.
Speak on it, my sister in Hyrule. Speak on it, please.
Yes.
Okay, so can I say this?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. My books are all over there. But look, can I say this? This, in my opinion, would be like the most perfecter, not a word, perfecter thing ever. Perfectest thing ever. Wind Waker for the Switch 1 Direct that's allegedly coming. This is a rumor. The February one is a rumor. April 2nd, we know for sure because Nintendo told us. But the rumor for February, Wind Waker Switch going out with a bang. Oh my gosh. That would just be joy on a stick. Then we come to Switch 2's Direct in April. I think that would be the good one to put Twilight Princess on. Because guys, I'm sorry. As much as it hurts me to say this, we're not getting another big 3D Zelda till 2027 at the earliest, and that's pushing it. But me and Paul talk about this all the time too. Brand new, remade from the ground up, Twilight Princess, looking all extra gorgeous and pretty and crispy on that Switch too. Even though I heard it's already done. So whatever, doesn't matter. That is going to be the Zelda that's going to help push sales for the Switch 2. I know we're getting something Mario, because I just refuse to believe we're not getting something Mario. But Zelda has already proved itself that it can sell consoles. So that's the most perfectest thing ever.
I know, and that's something I've always said. They're not gonna. Wind Waker is a good Nintendo Switch game. Twilight Princess has so much potential for a good remaster. Take all the assets, replace them, and make them new. Right? It's not a remake; it's a remaster where they take the engine and just replace all the assets for new assets, like shiny little, very high quality ones that bring out the game and just blow people's minds, like they did with Metro Prime, remastered. So yeah, I agree on 100%. Boo Mini with the 2. We got we got Echoes of Wisdom amiibo. Man, it's for real.
No.
Well,
but technically, no, there is actually no technically, because I mean, Toon Zelda and Toon Link. Do we have a Toon Link? We have Toon Link, don't we?
Yeah.
They kind of really already look like that. So I think that'll be Nintendo's kind of thing, but I don't think they will, because if Echoes of Wisdom had been a breakout like 10 million or something in the first quarter or something, or first quarter it was out or whatever, then I could say, okay, yeah, maybe. But I really don't think we're getting it. Now, next Zelda game, next new Zelda game, whether it's top-down 2D, the big one, whatever it is, I do believe we will get new amiibo. I do believe that. Yeah. And y'all forgive me, I am starving. I'm gonna go throw something in the oven.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I agree. I think Echoes of Wisdom should have had an amiibo, at least of Zelda, it being its first Zelda, protagonist game, and her with the little hoodie. It would have been just awesome, right? Not take an amiibo that was meant for what was it? They used the amiibo for was it Twilight Princess, the one they used for the amiibo they reissued kind of for this game.
Oh yeah, Midna's and Wolflink.
Yeah. So what is that, Paul? Is that your mic?
That's the microphone.
I was like, wait. So yeah, I agree. I hope we do get an amiibo, a little cutie patootie amiibo of a chibi Zelda.
I can't see, assuming they continue amiibo support for the Switch 2 and continue making new amiibos, I can't see them not adding this Zelda to the new Smash whenever that is.
You think the chibi Zelda will be added to Smash?
Yeah, I can't see her not being a character because of all of her unique powers and whatnot.
The echoes.
And all the echoes and the cool stuff she can do. And so,
she can echo other players.
that would be cool. A Kirby type Zelda. But all that to say, we have amiibos for every single Smash character. So if they were to continue amiibos, then I think that is our ticket to getting an Echoes of Wisdom Zelda if we haven't by then.
I want to give a shout out to Having Hope 5 and Blue Moon, which Lily caught rocking the moderatorship. You guys are awesome. Thank you for what you're doing. Let me go ahead and then highlight here. Let me find a Blue Moon. This is our head moderator here, doing a fantastic job. And then we have here Having Hope 5, another moderator, who is super incredibly awesome. Thank you so much. You are awesome. Awesome possum. All right, Paul, what do you think?
On the amiibo?
Yeah, amiibos.
It's a part of backwards compatibility in software, and you would be missing out on a lot of games having little unlockables, Metroid Dread having a little extra storage tank, and this and this, and Yoshi's Crafted World, and too many little things would be, or Woolly World. No, hold on. Crafted. We only got one of them on Nintendo Switch.
Yoshi's Crafted Woolly World.
So I think amiibo are going to work, and the Joy-Con will have some type of NFC reader in it. And I think they will continue to make more amiibo in the future because they found a little collector's item that adults and kids alike enjoy, Nintendo toys, and it's an owned line. And it's whether they serve a lot of function in the future, I don't know. I wouldn't mind like some kind of big Kingdom Hearts like Nintendo game, Nintendo characters, and an amiibo would not necessarily unlock the character, but unlock something special for that character's ability in the game, like a unique costume or something sweet like that. That would be kind of a cool way to integrate it. And specifically on Echo's Zelda, I'm kind of surprised she didn't get one herself, but I don't think all hope is lost, because I could see that game maybe getting another push of, here are some of the top games you might have missed on Nintendo Switch that are on Nintendo Switch 2. And a new way to, without a great budget, remarket and redistribute them is by attaching an amiibo that makes the game feel new again, so that for new owners to it, they're like, oh, cool. I don't know if this is a new game or an old game, but it looks new because this new amiibo is clearly labeled as new. And like, you know what I mean? Especially if Nintendo 2 has some kind of automatic up-resing or up-functional, up-functioningness to it in terms of frame rate or resolution. And like, maybe in several months from now, Echoes of Wisdom gets that little bump and an amiibo attached. I think it'd be cool. So
that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Really good way.
Sorry, I'm pulling my mic into the partly into the kitchen. I'm very hungry. I just wanted to get in on the amiibo thing. This is what I think about the amiibo, because they sold well, but I don't think they've sold to what Nintendo wanted. And Paul can correct me because he's got the numbers. I see amiibo going forward for this next gen, for mainly their hardcore titles. I don't necessarily see them coming for, because remember we've got, even though Bayonetta's published by Nintendo, she's technically, in a sense, not a Nintendo character. Y'all know what I mean? She is, but she's not. So we didn't get a Bayonetta 3 amiibo. We got Bayonetta 1 and 2, but we didn't get a third one. And then I think we got Sephiroth, I think, as an amiibo. I don't know if we're going to get those kind of amiibo anymore. But will we get another Link, another Zelda, another Mario, another Luigi, Peach, Samus, the main cast? That I do think we will get. And I wouldn't even be surprised if they were beefier versions of them that maybe do even extra, even more extra things. Yeah, more extra things. Why not?
Good sound.
They do now. Yeah, but that works, right? Yeah, that works.
Yeah,
okay.
that works.
Yeah.
Around 80 million, by the way, amiibo have sold.
80 million?
That's crazy.
Wow.
Insane. Yeah, that's not
still
going
a
anywhere.
lot.
That's not going anywhere. That's more than that's more than some systems. so not going anywhere.
And at 13
My current
bucks a
systems.
pop, that's over $1 billion in revenue.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay.
Wow.
I could be wrong.
And think about how much they cost to make, like cents for them.
Yeah.
It's like a 3D print. That's it in color. So yeah, amiibos not go anywhere.
Yep.
Anybody
Yeah.
want to add before we move on to the unfinished business by Nintendo? Any thoughts on the unfinished business for Nintendo? This upcoming Nintendo Direct. I'm saying it's coming. There's not a rumor. It's not it. The Direct is coming, right? What's going to be on it? What type of Direct it is? That is yet to be determined. But is there going to be a Direct? Yes. I predict it's going to be probably maybe a full Direct or maybe a Direct Mini / partner showcase. Could be that. They already combined two, Indie World and partner showcase. They can combine another one in this Direct. For the mini partner showcase, we get Metroid Prime 4 and all the goodies. And then the partner, we get a lot more stuff. And then the stuff. And so after that, we get Pokemon Presents. Man, this is going to be a good month.
Yep.
It's
Good.
lit.
Yeah.
It is so lit right now to be a gamer and a Nintendo fan.
So the Pokemon Presents, it's in 3 days, right? Is it the 27th? Or is it in February 27th?
I can find out.
Pokemon Presents. Was it in January or was it in February?
I
Pokemon
thought it was
Presents.
February.
I don't remember.
February. Okay. Pokemon fan 33. Thank you. February. Okay. So February is gonna be lit. Yeah, it's gonna be a Direct, and then at almost at the beginning, then Pokemon Presents towards the end, where Pokemon Legends Arizona will finally be revealed, because that thing that we saw back in the day was nothing but lines. It was nothing but lines, and we will finally see some stuff, some grass, and some Pokemon.
Imagine
Do
we
you
get a
think
Direct. and
Nintendo says before the Nintendo Direct in February,
Yeah.
no Nintendo Switch 2 software will
sure.
be shown at this presentation?
Yes. That you can take to the bank.
What were we gonna say,
Can
Zach?
you imagine the speculation?
Yeah.
They didn't say it.
But listen, I think that's why they said April for the Switch 2 Direct, because they're like, but they still have to say it, because people, if they don't say it, people are like, but they didn't say it. But they didn't say it. I agree.
Real quick, Zach was gonna say something.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
go ahead,
was,
Zach.
that was dumb.
Nothing's done. Okay.
I was gonna say, imagine the Nintendo Direct in February is
Yeah.
literally just Nintendo being like, so here's the breakdown of our Pal World lawsuit so far. Just to set up for the Pokemon Presents.
Oh, wow.
We were here
I
first.
will say, for unfinished business, I would like to know, and maybe this isn't so much unfinished business as it's going into the Switch 2, but I would like to know a little more clarity on what is going to, what games won't be compatible. Because I know for me, I love Ring Fit, and it uses that IR blaster. And so, and Ring Fit, I think, is the 11th most popular Switch game. I think it's sold the
Yes.
11th most, which is crazy for
A
that.
fitness game.
But to have that not be backwards compatible. But I do know in the the new first look trailer, like it looks like both new Joy-Cons have the IR blaster on the bottom. So I'm like, well, what games won't be compatible in that case? Is it literally just going to be Labo because of the size?
So I can ease your mind with that. The old Ring for the Ring Fit will not be compatible with Switch 2 because of course the Joy-Cons are bigger and they connect differently instead of the rail, right? But there is a patent for a Ring. I'm like, wait, why do we have a patent for a Ring? We already have Ring Fit. That could be the version for Ring Fit 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. What number are we in?
Me too. We've only had one so far.
So Ring Fit 2 for Nintendo Switch 2 with the newer Joy-Cons, right? There's also a patent for a wheel. Nintendo already has their own wheel for Mario Kart. Now we know Mario Kart is a launch title, so the new wheel that Nintendo releases is compatible with the new Joy-Cons. You know, so you can expect new accessories. I think that Ring Fit 1 will be compatible as long as you have a Ring Fit 2, a Ring Fit adapter or wheel or whatever the squeezy thingy. What do you call that thingy?
The
Ring-Con.
The ring.
Ring-Con, yeah, that
Ring-Con.
thing.
Well, so
Yeah.
specifically the one that you wear on your thigh, that's the one that uses the IR sensor to know when you're running.
But
So if there is
But-
no
and there's a
IR
big but.
sensor,
there's a big but. There's a huge but. And it is that Nintendo Switch. Look at this.
That's why you use Ring Fit Adventure to reduce it.
Nintendo Switch 2 is compatible. listen. Joy-Con.
mine bigger.
Joy-Cons will be compatible with Nintendo Switch 2 via Bluetooth. So
Interesting.
technically, it will work. It'll be backwards compatible because you're not connected to it directly on the Nintendo Switch 2. You're connected on the Ring-Con, which is connected via Bluetooth onto the Nintendo Switch 2. So you're good. You're good to go, man. You're good.
Okay,
Oh, good.
That's my unfinished business. Now I'm happy.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. And so this last topic here is going to be Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Direct. And we're gonna do something fun here. We're gonna do something super fun here. And you're gonna want to tune into the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Nintopics Podcast, because the last topic is gonna be kind of the same, but each one of us is gonna be the lead on that topic, because I'm gonna go ahead and start with this one. And so Paul knows what to do, what to do next, because it's Paul's turn next time. Then Joyce, then Zach, then Lily. We're gonna go ahead and give you our prediction for the Nintendo Switch 2 Nintendo Direct. So the same exact pattern that I'm doing today, you guys have to prepare for the following podcast and have it ready to read whenever that podcast comes through. We'll go over this one, and then Paul has to do the same exact thing, like his. It has to be from top to bottom. And I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here to show you what I mean. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like where is it? This is it? Is that it? No? Is it? Maybe so. Okay. So right here, can you guys see it?
Yes.
Let me know if did that make it bigger?
Yes, you did. It's good.
Okay, good. All right. So as you can see here, this is my here is my Nintendo Switch 2 April predictions. Everything that will be showed in the Direct. I just went all out, right? And this is covering not only price, launch title, first party games announced within the first year, third party games announced within the first year, accessories, features. I mean everything. Okay, I have a list, maybe about 20 items here or more. Okay, for the Nintendo Direct in April. Okay, so now that we're here, the price, my price point, okay, is if you guys can actually just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and then do the same exact thing here and just kind of fill it up yourself if you want. Price $399. That's the max that I see it. I've heard that it could even be $349, which will be incredible. Okay, $349 to $399, but I think max $399 for Nintendo Switch 2. Launch title, of course, Mario Kart 9. We saw that in the trailer. Breath of the Wild was the launch title and it was also the first game shown in the trailer. First party games. Boom. First party games. Mario, a new Mario, a new Zelda, new Zelda remake remaster, just like that little thing. Get it? Splatoon 4. I'm saying it. This is going to be in the first year of Nintendo Switch 2. Splatoon 4. Animal Crossing Blurpity Blurp, whatever they call it. Metroid Prime 4. There's going to be these are all going to have Metroid Prime 4 is going to have its own version on Nintendo Switch 2. I think it's going to be it's going to be the first, it's the Breath of the Wild of Switch 2. So these are my first party games that they will announce in the Direct, right? Third party games. 10-year deal. Call of the Duty. The Call of the Duty.
Duty.
Call of the Duty is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Number 2, get it? The Duty. Number 2. All right. Elden Ring. Elden Ring is coming. All right. Elden Ring. Let me see here. I lost it. Elden Ring, including the DLC. The what do you call that? Winter is Coming or whatever. What is it that the DLC name? Wonderworks.
Night, isn't it the
Nightingale
something or other?
Night Rain?
Night Rain.
A Rain
I
to the
think
Past?
that sounds right.
Acid Rain? Chocolate Rain. It's something with rain. It's something with rain in it.
So Elden Ring, out of the third party games, Elden Ring. Listen, this is my list, okay? Don't you dare say no chance this game's gonna be there. This is my list. This is my predictions, okay? It's GTA 6. Yeah, there I said it. All right, Grand Theft Auto 6 on Nintendo Switch 2, and also GTA 5.
Put money on it.
I'm not willing to put money on it, no, but it's gonna be there. Monster Hunter Wilds. That's no brainer. Monster Hunter Wilds gonna be there also. Doom, The Dark Ages. This game was showed yesterday during the Xbox presentation. Incredible. Also, Expedition 33 was shown yesterday for the in the Xbox presentation. I think both of them are going to be on Switch too. Expedition 33 is an indie game. I love it. Awesome. Let's see here. Accessories. Let's go to accessories. Okay. Now, look, I started with the price, right? Launch title. And then I went to first party games, then third party games. Okay. So you guys can make a list. Price, launch title, first party games, then third party games, then accessories. And in the accessory, the one that is kind of obvious, Switch Pro Controller 2. I think that the 2 is going to be on there. The Pro Controller 2 is going to be on there.
It's a long list.
Yeah, I'm telling you. The accessories, NSO screen adapter for Nintendo DS. You know that little box, that red box that controls come in? The screen is going to be in there, so you can take it out and then just adapt it, snap it to the Nintendo Switch. Okay, so a second screen to play NSO games for Nintendo DS. Okay, number 3. Again, this is my list. Don't touch. It's my list. VR streaming device. Okay, pretend I'm Eric Cartman from VR streaming device. Game stream. Game stream to headset. Okay, yeah, a VR device. Right, this device. Pretend that the PS Portal is on your face, right there on your face, and it's like a VR headset. You know how the game is streamed onto the VR headset? It's not taking place on there. That the Nintendo Switch VR thingy is going to be a screen that the game will be streamed from the console to the VR headset, so it can be wireless. You can just swim and stuff. A new Mario Kart wheel. Okay, so I'm guessing that one's going to be more like believable because Mario Kart's going to be there. So they show the Mario Kart wheel. Accessories, and then a camera or microphone. To attach to the USB-C on top. Features, and this is the last one, guys. Okay, I know it's long.
Oh my god.
This is the last one. The features is a new UI, okay, where you can customize it with the wallpaper, music, and color. Number 2, a revamped eShop built from the ground up. Now I know I'm dreaming. It's not gonna happen. We're gonna have
yes, it is. That one's plausible. I like that one.
Because right now the eShop we have is web based, right? It's a website. You click on it and it throws you to a website that loads horribly rad and it skips and then a whole bunch of hentai games and stuff like that. It's horrible. And so now we have a built up ground app for the eShop, right? Messaging system. A messaging system where you can message your friends back and forth, right? For example, it's going to be limited, but it's going to exist. Nintendo's going to combine it with the app, with the Nintendo app. So if Paul's playing Mario Kart, he can message me from his Nintendo Switch, and I get the message on on the app on my phone. Hey, Paul's playing Mario Kart, and I'll go play Mario Kart with Paul. All right. The next one is an integration with Alarmo and Nintendo Music app. All right, with the Switch 2. So Alarmo is there, Nintendo Music app is there. Nintendo did that on purpose, right? And so that will be integrated in some way or form, and they're going to show it in Switch 2 with the music, with the system. The next one is a new me creator. So create a brand new me with new assets, new clothes, new stuff, so you can create your own me, and a potential hub for you to like the Wii U had the little hub thingy with all the me's like bumping into each other. So that's not 100%, but at least the new me creator, yeah. Okay, I'm going out there this time. Okay, I'm going out there. Don't judge me. This is malice. Okay, AI smart organizer system and game recommendation. So it's like when you go to the eShop, it remembers what you like, and it recommends you games both on the indie side, and on the first party side and the third party side. And recommend games like that. For example, if you like Mario a lot, then it recommend a game that's similar to Mario on the indie games, right? And if you like Sonic, then it'll recommend a game similar to Sonic and stuff like that, right? So on AI, that's just wishful thinking. Streaming games to the dock. Okay, that was in the patent. So basically, that second screen is on the go, and this one is for at home. So you can use the pad as a Wii U pad and play Wii U games. You can play DS games for NSO and all that stuff. So that's gonna be hopefully that's a feature. And the last one, and I'm pretty sure that Lily's happy. This is the last one. extra features added gradually. Okay, gradually via updates. Okay, so it's not going to be like a play. Oh, Nintendo just released an update 15.5.0. What's in it? Bugs. And that's it. It's all about bugs. So boring. No, they're gonna add features as they go, as the system increases in knowledge because of AI and all that fun stuff. So that is mine. You guys have to prepare your own. Oh, Lily, Joycey, it has to be as long as mine too. Okay, it has to be just like that one with that many stuff in it, with as many stuff in it. At least you need a price, a launch title, a list of our first party games, a list of third party games, a list of accessories, and a list of features. So that's what you need to do. Okay. And then go ahead.
I do have I have like a proposal. Why don't we, based off your list, we can tell which ones we agree with you, because this is a very long list, and I think that you covered all the bases here. So we could just, use yours and just say, hey, yeah, I do agree that one is going to be available, or probably piggyback on that, because it's a long list.
Well, I mean, you can make your list as short as you want.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you guys think of my list?
Solid. I like that
Pretty
you swung for the
impressive.
fences too. Instead of just being like, this is the most realistic. You're just like, no, we
Yeah.
can do it.
Nah.
We can do it.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
Paul said this morning, Nintendo's got like 15 billion extra cash just lying around in the bank. We can put all this stuff in the system.
For real.
$8 billion is 0.053% of 15 billion.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
Or pertaining to the Super Bowl.
The moment I heard that a developer, like this was earlier, I think it was last year, maybe. A developer was kind of leaked out that they were issued an update over the air for their developer kit for Switch 2, and that update via the air made their games look better. Okay, it's like they upgraded their system with whatever Nintendo was working on with the AI upscaling or whatever, right? It could have been like just a testing for at that moment. Over the air, that's when I said, okay, Nintendo could literally take and really give us updates that will improve the system and give us features and give us things to look forward to and make this generation fun in that way. Maybe wallpapers don't come right away. Maybe they come with an update to the next direct. Nintendo OS 15 will bring music to your wallpaper or whatever, or to your desktop, blah blah blah, in a direct, right? That'll make it super exciting, right? When that direct comes, I want to update my Nintendo Switch because we'll get updates, and I want to do the best, whatever, blah blah blah. Right? Maybe I'm wishful thinking, but it's something Nintendo could do now, right? And it'll be awesome to have those type of updates to keep us like on our feet, right? And excited for Nintendo. Wait, what are you laughing at, Paul? What is it?
Other chat. Sorry.
Share. You gotta share now. You gotta share it now, Paul. You gotta share it.
Well, you can see it. It's in the.
Technically, I can't.
It's in the chat with Zach, Willie, and Joycey. It just made me laugh.
Oh, you mean like the private?
Wait, I missed it because I've been cracking up.
It's in our Discord. You'll see it later.
Oh.
What did I miss?
Is it appropriate?
Oh, I see. Okay, no, never mind. All right, moving on.
All right, moving on. All right.
God.
Blue Moon. Yes. I do want all of you to do the list in the next couple of weeks. Zach. All right, Blue Moon.
I'm down.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say I was totally cracking up at you. By the way, I'm just like Mike just wants Nintendo to drop everything for like the next 3 years and not talk to us for 3 years.
Well, this is the thing. That's why I put the very last one. That's why I put like updates over features over updates. That way, I know I mentioned a lot of things, but maybe they could take those things and just gradually throughout the life of the Nintendo Switch 2 via updates give us features that we look forward to and make Nintendo fun, right? I think it'll be more exciting and stuff. I think it's muted.
I am excited for my turn because even though you listed everything in the world, there are a couple things that I've been talking about that I've wanted for a few years.
Okay, there you go. There you go. You see, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Okay, so Zach, you're next then, next week.
I'm going to go February 7th. My birthday's the 8th.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. I'll put Lily next.
What? What?
I'll put Lily go next week. For Lily next week. You do your list.
Oh my God. Okay.
Blue Moon celebrating 32 months as a member. Thank you so much, Blue Moon, for being here for 32 months. I don't think I couldn't done this without you guys, and especially mobs like Blue Moon. I think the snowstorm that I sent your way gave you too much time to make the list.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't agree with that snowstorm, Blue. I just don't. It's an abomination that came our way. Florida is where I came to get away from the snow. I don't take kindly to snow falling off of the sky in my territory.
And Mike, I saw this post from some people. I think they were in Louisiana and in Florida too.
Yeah.
And they said, and this lady, she posted on social media a little video. She said, "New York, Wisconsin, I got y'all snow. Come pick it up." Said, "We don't want it. I'm gonna put it in a box for you. Y'all come pick this up."
So I hope you guys enjoyed my list.
It was a good list. Very strong.
Very good.
Listen. Look, chat. Look forward to Lily's list, Paul's list, Craigslist. Andy's like,
Craigslist.
That's our newest member of the podcast. You just spoiled it. Next week we got Craigslist.
When it's my turn, I'm bringing Craig in with me.
Craig, where's your list, man? Craig, come on, Craig. Boomay, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. What games from Switch 1 do you see yourselves replaying so you can experience them on Switch 2? Oh my gosh, so many. I'm not. I'll let somebody else answer for. Go ahead, Joycey.
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Nice.
It's the only game
Uh-huh.
the third party game that I bought on Switch,
Mhm.
where I mean it yeah. It's like, bruh, y'all didn't even try to optimize this. Y'all didn't try to do anything. But, when I think about how smooth Bayonetta moves, and she's much faster than our main character in Lollipop Chainsaw, I'm like, this. But I like the game, though. So I hope that it comes with, it's automatically updated or whatever the right word is for Switch 2. That's the only one. Everything else I'm happy with.
That's a smart move, because here I was like thinking, I want to play the best games on Switch, but why? Just get the games that didn't perform well on Switch and replay them on Switch too. Like, okay, I don't know. I've never had any bad experiences on Switch, so I don't know. Somebody else say something, because I got none.
I can't be the only person who thought Joycey was for sure going to say a Zelda game and was caught really off guard when she said something.
Yeah, I was. I was surprised, but I was happy with her.
How dare you, Joycey?
What she's saying is that no Zelda game was never underperformed on Switch. They all played great, and so
Tears of the Kingdom was not supposed to work according to devs all around the industry. This should not work on Switch 1.
Yeah.
And I saw a couple ones boldly say it, and I saw a couple ones boldly say PlayStation 5 can't get it this good. And I'm like, I don't know about that, but that's what other devs said, so I just trust their opinion. So I don't need to I love Zelda, y'all know that. It's no secret. But the Wild era for me, it felt a little bit one and done, and then when I go through a second playthrough, I'm looking for other things. It's a more of a, I didn't notice that over there, or I didn't see this rock, or I missed a Korok. But they're kind of one and done. Where A Link to the Past for me, I think it was years before I found every single little thing that was in that game. So I don't need to replay those games. I love them. I'm glad I own them. Glad I play them. Maybe I'll feel different in 20 years when I completely forget about them. But I don't really need to play anything from Switch other than Lollipop Chainsaw because it runs like garbage. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I haven't played Breath of the Wild in years, so I'm going to play back Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom, I played it recently, but Breath of the Wild, I want to play that one. I'm looking forward to the new, man. What Switch 2 has to bring, right? But it is Switch 1 games. Scarlet and Violet. No, wait. Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, that one. I want to see what improvements, because there've been rumored improvements and patches that are coming for that game. So maybe that will be the big surprise for Pokemon fans. That game will look beautiful, and just Pokemon fans like, oh my god, look at that tree over there. It looks like it's a stick. Something like that. Like, find something wrong with the tree or the dirt or whatever. And on Switch 2, maybe it'll be the other way around. So, the Pokemon will find something wrong with you.
I really want to try 2 games, and there's Zelda. The first one is definitely Echoes of Wisdom, because as I've said previously, performance wasn't really an issue for me, but ever since we start as Nintendo creators, you have the tendency of reading a lot and talking a lot with your community, and you start noticing things, and especially the frame drops. It wasn't an issue for me until we started talking about it, and then I started noticing those frame drops, and I wouldn't say it was bugging me that much, but they're there, right? There's no way that I can ignore them. So I would really love to try Echoes of Wisdom again. The other one will be definitely Skyward Sword, because now that I'm replaying Skyward Sword, I didn't notice, but it does have like a very an increase on frames per second as well. So I really want to see how well it runs on the Switch too.
Yeah.
The other thing is that I hope it has nothing to do with performance, but I really hope that Nintendo have their docks available for you to buy it separately, because I think that they ran out way back. You can definitely find them on other retailers and stuff like that, and there are other manufacturers, but I have tried some of those docks and they don't work. The reason why I'm saying this is because I like to play not handheld, docked. That's how I like to play my games. The problem is that I'm here on the computer and I don't find it very appealing for me to play on my computer or with my monitors versus, sitting in the couch and playing.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So I just want to grab my Switch and put it in a dock, and that's it, right? For me to be able, because there are a lot of, I just want to be playing, I don't know, Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild or whichever is the case. So I can, I don't know, even Animal Crossing, just, chilling in the sofa or whatever. And I can't do that because I don't have a second dock. So it's like, yeah, I really hope that you do have the possibility of doing that. The other thing is that Nintendo was very careful not to show us anything from the dock. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what kind of things we're going to have in the back of that dock or even within the dock. If it's not just going to be, a piece of plastic, right? It's going to have a little bit more power or whatever. So yeah.
Let me somebody else answer quick. I'm gonna go get something real fast. Let me go be right back.
Yeah.
He's gonna go get that big massive list.
Yep.
I would really like to see Yoshi's Crafted World, because it's a very stylized game. And I was gonna say Breath of the Wild, but we were already talking about that one. And so I would like to see Yoshi's Crafted World because it's a very stylized game, but at the same time, it's not. The textures are realistic. Yoshi's made out of very real-looking yarn, and so we have all the cardboard environments and whatnot, and all the different crafts, and so seeing that with an updated resolution and updated frame rate. I think could just make it look cozier and add more to the vibes. And I guess if we're talking about cozier, maybe even seeing how Animal Crossing plays and if they, add any new textures or whatnot, and how they can use this extra power to up the cozy vibes.
How dare you? Animal Crossing was a perfect game. Okay? Yeah. Yeah.
The terraforming was lit.
Oh, for real. I mean, this Animal Crossing was just, man. I don't know how they can update. Although I did publish a patent on Animal Crossing in the X. Right. By the way, follow me on X. I drop a lot of things on there that never make it to the channel. So just go there and read stuff. It's cool. Did everybody else answer before I take the part and show something really really cool?
I just want to say something real quick.
Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I loved it. One of my favorite games from 2020. And I actually didn't mind the frame rate stutter with how much action went on. I actually had a blast playing that game, 2-player split screen. My son and I played through the whole thing together twice on his file and my file. We would take turns, and it was amazing. But if that game had no bottleneck and was like at a smooth 60 and in 4K and has some benefit in terms of, some shadows and lighting and stuff like that, like, dang, that would be really fun to play a good portion of it all over again. Other than that, my default Breath of the Wild, like, I would sink my teeth into that experience all over again as well. And Bayonetta 3, and like, there's so many really, that Astral Chain, like, I could go on and on. I wanted to keep it short.
I just want to say real quick with Lilies, I changed my mind. I think I do want to replay. Well, not replay, but I just want to see what it would look like Echoes of Wisdom. Because that's why I was doing like this, because every time you would spin, Zelda would spin to kind of do that knockback thing that she does. That's one of the things that's what I would notice. It's like the game had to catch up to realize, oh, you're supposed to be spinning. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I take it back.
Even switching between like the what happened? Even switching between the sections of the map, that's when I notice them more. That's usually when it takes a little bit longer. What is that?
So what I wanted to show you guys is my 3D printout of the Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, as you can see, the bezels that showed up in the trailer, they're real. They're right there. So the dock, I mean, I already confirmed everything looking at the dock and everything. This is the dock size, okay? And you know, the round part, the logo. This was sent to me by an accessory maker. I'm still waiting on the accessories so that I can make the video. But look at the back. I know it's pretty rough, but look at the back. Okay. Now the back, take a look at the back. Look at the vents. All right. This vent at the bottom. Okay. And there are leaked images. The images have the system a little squished, so it looks like it's fatter and kind of more like kind of right here, but it's actually this big because if you're listening to our audio, check out the video because
because it will make sense.
Because this is the system here. This is the monitor. It fits perfectly on there, right? But what I wanted to show you is that there are additional vents that weren't this giant vent right there, this right here. There's another one right there, and then one on top, right there. Okay. Now, the dock has a little square here. The dock has a little square here. The Nintendo Switch, if you take off the top, it has this entire area here with a vent on top and a vent on the bottom. Okay, so there's something in here besides the I/O with the HDMI stuff that's here, right? That could potentially
be a graphics card or something.
Maybe,
Cool.
you know, because here we get these little streaming devices. Okay, you plug into your TV and it has Netflix, Hulu, all that installed in it, and you can just watch your games on it, right? So Nintendo could easily have the same thing in here, like for example, something that you can stream to.
Yeah.
Okay, and so it could be its own hub when you plug it in. The system could be its own hub with all the applications, Netflix, Hulu, whatever, blah blah blah, and then you can stream from the Nintendo Switch to the dock itself, right? And then it'll give you dual screen or games like Nintendo DS for NSO and so forth, right? Or this could also have its own little CPU so that when you also but the game, the Nintendo Switch, it helps with power. It helps. We already know it's a 60-watt charger, so it's bigger, right? So it can help when it comes to upping the resolution and adding more power to the system. What can be needed for what it's going to be processing. So I just wanted to show you this. This is the first time I'm actually showing this part of the dock here. If you look at your Nintendo Switch, if you have a Switch at home, you take off the back part. You have like a little small square, that's only big enough for the I/O, which is the 3 ports, the USB, the USB-C for power, and the HDMI. This is even bigger, and plus it has like 3 vents on the same area. Yeah, there you go.
Here it is.
Yeah, so you see that little. Does that have any vents on it?
No, this is the original Switch. So
yeah, and so the Nintendo Switch OLED one is kind of the same. It's just the only thing that changes is the door and a little bit of the color and stuff and the shape a little bit, but it's basically the same one. I mean, this is all speculation again based on this here, but it sounds and it looks promising, right? It looks promising, and anyone want to add anything before we get to the Q&A?
Not me, nope.
Everybody good? All right, awesome. So I
just realized Paul looks like Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc.
Yeah,
like his face is perfectly covered with the podcast logo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where? Oh. Wow.
Mom, look, I'm on TV.
What?
Sorry, Paul. I didn't see that.
Screen cap.
That is hilarious.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
man.
Paul. I didn't see that. I'm looking at the screen on the bottom. You know, like the screen on the bottom for us.
So
Yeah.
I didn't notice either.
Now it has Fuecoco's little arms and legs.
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, Q&A. Drop your questions in the chat. We are going to answer them. Answer all your questions. If you have questions about any of the topics we went over today, the first topic was what was our first topic? I can't remember the first topic. First topic was Nintendo Switch pre-order, the listing for the Zelda remake and Super Mario game. Second topic is Nintendo's unfinished business regarding Nintendo Switch Direct in February and the one in April, right? And so we went over the pricing. We went over a lot of information today. We had a pretty information charged podcast today. So if you guys have any questions on anything, now is the time to drop them in the chat. As our questionnaires are, Lily from Hyrule will look through the questions and then point them out to us so that we can then talk about them and read them and stuff.
Yes. So Ali Sala, thank you so much for your question. If I pre-order from Amazon, will it arrive on the release date?
Maybe not.
No. Keep in mind that Amazon or any other places where you're pre-ordering and they're gonna be shipping the item to you, they're gonna go out on this date of the release date, and then how many business day it takes for you to get it. So just keep that in mind.
With Amazon is a toss because I have experienced all three of Amazon deliveries. The number one is on the day of release, they had delivered. They've also delivered after the day of release, and they also delivered early. so I've gotten the game early before everyone else. I've also gotten on their release. It's just Amazon is the toss up. During release day for something. So
also, Amazon is currently canceling a ton of people's Metroid Prime 4 pre-orders from 6 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's obvious because back in the day, they thought the game was gonna be $59, but I'm pretty sure it's not. It's gonna be like $70 game, and so they lost a lot of money with Breath of the Wild, but Tears of the Kingdom, because they honored the pre-orders. I paid $60, $59.99 on Amazon for Tears of the Kingdom, and because remember when they put the Zelda pre-order up, it had $59. I pre-ordered it then, so they had to charge me that. A lot of people save money that way.
I was also gonna say, sorry y'all, I was starving. I just got off work. So,
Good.
I love how Zach just giggled at me and then just ran away. The other thing I was going to say about Amazon, I don't know what's going on lately, or maybe it's been the holidays, but I wouldn't. Will they get you your item? Will they bring you your Switch 2 if you pre-order it?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. Are you going to get it same day, even if you opt for it same day, even if you pay for same day? Oh, excuse me. I don't know how I feel about that, because I had to order my last couple orders from Amazon. I had to order twice to get them on time. And the second time I paid for same day shipping, and I still got the items like scattered out over the following week. And then the original order I made came bits and pieces came straggling in over the next 2 weeks. So all in all, it took me like 3 weeks to get everything. And not when I'm paying because I want it day one and you tell me you have it in stock.
Yeah.
So unless there's honestly, you don't need your Switch 2 day one unless it's coming with a game that you want to play right then and there. If Mario Kart is a new Mario Kart is launching, then yeah, you want it the same day. But if it's like, I just want the system and then I'll just wait for the games to come.
Yeah.
Then you can sell it. Because the games won't sell out. There will always be copies of games.
Yeah.
Yep. Agree.
Thank you so much, Elsa, for that super chat. I mean, super chat question.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
10,000 noodles. How long
How
do
many?
you think before we can just walk into a store and buy one? I don't
Okay.
like bothering with console at lunch, which
Yeah,
is totally
guess what?
understandable.
There's a lot of people like you that, yeah, you'll wait till you can buy one in store. I would say next year around summertime before you can buy one in store. Depending on what Nintendo does, they can surprise us. Who knows, right? We don't know.
Mhm.
I mean,
That's
No.
somebody, Nudes. That's you're somebody I would tell that just order it regular and then just wait for it. Don't
Yeah.
even go to the store. Just order it and let it show up when it shows up.
Yeah.
If you don't really care what day it comes, then yeah, just order it online. That's what I would do.
yeah.
Mhm.
Man, I'm sorry. 10,000 noodles. I envy you so bad because first thing, as a content creator, you have to have it on day one because you have to create content for it. But as a fan, I wish I was like that because it would be so stress free and just relaxing. You know what? It'll arrive when it arrives. It'll be fine. Yeah, it's okay.
Nudes is the nicest person ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
He really is.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you for the question.
Thank you very much, Pokemon Fan 33. Question for all: When do you think the Direct Switch 1 will be next month? Also, what games do you think we'll see, and what games do you want to see, like pipe dreams?
All right. Let me go over my list on Twitter again.
Let me just drop the link to Mike's tweet, like on X. Yeah, let's do that.
It's Twitter. It will never be X. I don't care what it's
Chat,
officially changed to.
Chat,
Twitter.
can you guys just put down my pipe dream game? You already know it.
The
Just let
Diddy
chat
Kong
answer for me.
Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna say the same thing as Paul was gonna say between the 5th and the 12th.
I'm gonna go with the 12, and yeah, I'm just hoping Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, either or. Like if they give me both, amazing. If not, I'll be happy. I guess probably most likely Twilight Princess. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
For me, I agree almost completely with Lily. If there's no enhancements, remake, or anything, they just literally ported it to the Switch. I want them both in a bundle pack, and that bundle pack better be $60. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Now, if they do Wind Waker for Switch 1 at
Mhm.
$60, I'm not going to be excited about it, but I'll
40.
buy it. Hopefully 40. I would hope 40. But then if they do the big remaster, remake, build it from the ground up for Twilight Princess, I want that to come for Switch 2, because that will not only help push consoles, that's only a couple months away from February. So yeah. That's how I feel about that.
It'll be $59 because if they did Donkey Kong Country Returns at 59,
Yeah.
it'll be $50. It's $60. I'm gonna lean more towards the 5th now. I'm gonna say the 5th because of the meeting on the 3rd. There's just always something happening like right after the meeting.
Okay, that makes
And
sense.
they're expecting, it's like the meetings have become another direct for us because everybody's gonna want to know what they talked about, who said it. Furukawa's like, this is Furukawa. Leave me alone, man. Just leave me alone.
Please stop asking me questions. Please stop buying stock just to annoy me.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the 6th just because my birthday's the 8th, and then Friday I'm pretty much streaming all day, so that'll give me stuff to
I'll
talk
just
about.
schedule it.
So around your
Yeah.
schedule, Nintendo
Exactly.
around your schedule.
There you go.
Well, if
Alright,
that were
Paul.
the case,
Which
I want that
Nintendo, if
rumor.
you're watching, I would, thank you.
I would really appreciate that. That's what you would say.
What do you think, Paul?
I think I looked up the stats, and that the most common is between Wednesday and Thursday, and slightly more in favor of the second week. So I think the stats point to the 12th being the most likely date. But you can never completely go off of history, but I think that's what it's leaning to. So I've got to go with the 12th. But there is one little something or other that's making me think maybe the 5th, and that is the Super Bowl potential. Unlike in 2017, where the Super Bowl happened in February, and 3 weeks later, Nintendo Switch came out, which made a lot of sense for Nintendo to build up and show this massive trailer to 100 million people and have it later on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. Right now, even though they could still have a Super Bowl commercial, what exactly would they show to not confuse people? Unless if it was a 30-second clip during the Super Bowl and a 90-second new ad that, lengthened it online later. But if they have this, they would have to show off something else that wasn't in that presentation from a week ago, in my opinion, which would kind of contradict the whole April 2nd thing. But if they had a Nintendo Switch regular direct, let's say on the 5th, and they allowed one game or one small system feature to be shown of Nintendo Switch 2, that would bode a little bit better into the likelihood of there being a Super Bowl commercial, because it piggybacks off of this regular Nintendo Direct having that one little thing, I'm just trying to think of it from so many angles. So my original answer of using stats to say the 12th kind of gets a little bit mixed in because of my other investigating into a potential Super Bowl commercial. So I'm trying to make it work to being the 5th. And also the 5th is just better because it's earlier, so I don't have to wait 7 more days. But I'll just go with the 12th. I'll go with my original thought. But there's lots of different reasons for why,
They're gonna show the same exact trailer in the Super Bowl. They're not gonna do anything different. The same exact thing.
Would that be enough for the masses to know it's something new?
I think so.
Maybe not. Or like, here's an extended look at Mario Kart during it. Or they'd have to do something else to make it definitively powerful. This is a new system, new sequel. How do you convey that in 30 seconds with what you showed off? Because that's to the hardcore that are waiting for it, not the casuals that are watching Super Bowl. But then that's why you could have a 90-second ad online. But then that contradicts the April 2nd thing.
Exactly. So I don't think they're gonna hype up April 2nd and then do something.
Yeah, me neither.
We got a comic coming up that could possibly shed some light on that.
Awesome.
Probably.
Yeah, Brett Hotcomb. Is that how you say it? Oh, Holcomb.
Holcomb.
Are warehouse clubs like Costco or Sam's Club good places to pre-order consoles at launch?
Yeah.
I have never done it myself, so I cannot speak from that perspective. But
I mean, I used to work at Sam's Club, and I did work during a launch. I think it was PlayStation 3. They did have pre-orders. The good thing about that is that only club members get them, so you have a better chance of getting them.
Nice.
You can they do prioritize they do prioritize anybody. They can't. Let's say, you can't get them because you just signed up to get a pre-order. You can't do that. You just have you have to be a member for a little bit before you go in, at least at that time. But yeah, I mean, there's an advantage of that. If you're a club member, then you have an advantage of that. I know Sam's Club did, because Sam's Club is Walmart. It's the same company. So at the time there was a pre-order, and the good thing about the pre-orders is that sometimes it comes as a bundle. at Sam's Club, they throw in 2 and 3 games, and a very good deal too. So,
anyone wants to add to that question?
I got you. Thank you, Christopher, for your question. Question for everyone: what is the one game you want to see as a launch title? If they don't have the game or games, if they don't have, I think what he meant is if they don't have that game or games, would you wait on getting the Switch 2, or would you still get one? Go first, Zach.
Great question.
I would get mine right away still. Just because of the backwards compatibility, I think that would be really big. Is my camera frozen?
No,
you're good.
That's weird.
It's
I looked
keepy.
frozen then. Okay. But yeah, just for the backwards compatibility and the bigger screen, and also I did not get an OLED, so the difference in screen resolution and appearance is going to be extremely drastic.
Dude, you're gonna wake up one day and say, "What the heck is that?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I think this is a great question. And honestly, I don't know how to answer that because this is going to be my first ever like console launch that I'm going to buy it first thing as soon as it releases. However, it really has to do with the games and putting into perspective my PlayStation 5, I waited very long because they only had Demon Souls, I think, when they first released it. And yeah, you could play PlayStation 4 games and all of that kind of stuff. Nintendo Switch will do that for you as well, but PlayStation didn't have like a very strong exclusive PlayStation 5 game for me to buy the console, so I waited for that one. But I'm not if you put it into a balance, I feel I'm more a Nintendo fan versus PlayStation fan, even though I do enjoy PlayStation games. So I will still buy it, but I don't think that they're not going to have a game that is going to be super wild for me to go right away and get the game as well. It's just, I don't think that's going to be the case. And if they do have a launch title, I will aim more for Mario Kart, the new Mario Kart, if they do. Or a 3D Mario game, because those are the games that sells pretty much.
Yeah.
So I will definitely go for those.
I'm going to answer this question a little bit differently.
Okay.
This is the way I see it. I see fans of Nintendo Switch who don't mind waiting a little bit if their game is not there or it's not going to be there for a little bit, right? So they don't have to really go into the rush and the stress of, will I get one, right? They can wait just a bit. If your game is not even mentioned in the upcoming Nintendo Direct in April for the upcoming year, because I'm guessing what they're gonna do is they're gonna show games that, and they're gonna do it a year out. So we're gonna see games that are coming in 2026 for Nintendo Switch 2, right? It's a combination of Switch and Switch 2 games. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind waiting. I wouldn't mind waiting because it means you're not too much in a rush to get it right away. And that particular game, if it's not even announced just yet, the next direct will probably be in if they have one in I don't know, because this is April. We don't know for Switch 2 when the direct schedule will be. We don't know if they're gonna keep with the February, June, September thing. We don't know. This is April for Switch 2, so we don't know what the schedule is gonna look like. I would, if it's not in this direct, I would wait for the following Switch 2 direct. Say, oh, my game is there. All right, perfect. It's releasing when? 5 months? Okay, so in that 5 months, I'm gonna get my Switch 2. But maybe by then, the craziness would have just calmed down just a little bit, because the majority of people would have gotten the Switch already. If that's where you're standing, like you're thinking maybe I want to get a Switch, but what if the game that I want to play the most is not there just yet, right? I would say if it's mentioned in the direct and it's coming in the first year, then jump on it, try to get yours there. That way, when that game finally drops, you have your Nintendo Switch 2 to play on. But if it's not even mentioned there, and you feel like you can wait until it actually drops on a Nintendo Direct in the future, then why not wait, right?
So
I totally agree with that. I'm sorry.
So as somebody who knows that their game is not going to be at launch, because again, big 3D Zelda, we're still a couple years out at least. That's like if we're lucky.
Never say never.
Never say never. No, you're absolutely right. I just don't see another Tears of the Kingdom size Zelda coming for.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I agree.
Because next new system, we're getting a new type of art style. They got to change everything. So I'm still getting mine day one, because I know the games that I want to play are going to come. Whether it's first party or Nintendo, or it's third party. So I think it depends on what you want to do and what your wallet wants to do. So think about that. If it's
my
like,
wallet is ready.
My wallet was ready last year, so I have a whole separate account for all this stuff. So think about that, and think about it. Do I really want this, or is it just kind of FOMO, or is it like, no, I really want this Switch 2, and I know I'm going to be using it all the time. But if it's something that you feel that you can wait on, then just wait. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good thought. Good thought. All right. Next question.
Yeah.
Want me to do the next one? Or
No,
you
it's
got
fine. Yetrum Games, thank you very much for your question. Do you think the Game Pass will be on Switch too?
No.
Oh my God, that'll be good.
That's
You know what?
tough.
Let me answer this like this, right? Microsoft is so friendly. They're so friendly, right? They want Game Pass on Switch too. Now the question is, does Nintendo accept Game Pass on Switch too? That's the bigger
Yeah.
question because they have NSO, which would kind of directly compete with Game Pass. And what if and the thing is that how Microsoft they want, let's say, certain games on Nintendo Switch like Call of Duty, and then it's also on Game Pass. It's also on Game Pass, right? So Microsoft will release it on Game Pass as well. Nintendo wants, people to purchase games on Nintendo Switch, and so if you have Game Pass on Switch and then you have Call of Duty on Switch and then you also Call of Duty on Game Pass, it kind of clashes a little bit. So I want it. Microsoft wants it. It's a question if Nintendo does.
Okay, so I have a question about that because Nintendo and Microsoft have been having this 8-year affair, and they need to just go ahead and make it official. But
Like a
yeah. So so I guess Zach,
Hey, don't blame Zach. He didn't do anything. He just laughed. He got red.
whenever Zach starts laughing, it makes me laugh.
It's contagious.
Sorry.
So serious question. So, because my thing is, and this is no shade to Xbox,
Get a room.
because that Xbox direct we had the other day was fire. So Ninja Gaiden really looked fire, and then the other one, South of Midnight, looks fire.
For real.
Another Doom, and then Expedition 33, I think it's called. Like the whole thing was just like, this all looks good. So my thing is, I feel like Microsoft even sharing their Game Pass kind of takes away from their system that they're trying to sell. Yeah, it takes away from their identity, takes away from their system that they're trying to sell. Now I know, and I apologize, I don't keep up enough with Xbox to know all the latest. So I'm like, well, at first I thought they were going to straight third party, and then I was like, well, why would they go straight third party? But whatever, because that would make sense if they did, but it also makes sense not to. So I kind of feel like Game Pass is their baby, and they should keep it on Xbox and make the rest of the industry compete with them. That's just what I think.
Well,
Have you
to give you an update, Joey C, Xbox says, or Microsoft says, that everything is an Xbox.
That's what I was about to say. It's
So
literally
by-
a new ad campaign.
Bottle
Is an Xbox.
Xbox. Okay.
Yeah, that's an Xbox.
Their new
Everything
ad
is
campaign straight up has a conveyor belt of like a toaster and a TV and this and that, and it's like it's an Xbox. It's an Xbox. And just a couple weeks ago, they announced that LG or Samsung, I think LG is getting a standalone Xbox Game Pass app, so you can play Xbox Game Pass on your LG TVs if you have them.
Oh yeah, I already have it on my Samsung.
Yeah, and it's been on Samsung for a few years now, and now
Since
it's come to
2022.
LG as well.
Yeah.
See, that makes sense to me because those are things that also can run something that's a Microsoft product. Y'all know how Nintendo is. Nintendo, this first time around on Switch, I don't know exactly what happened, but I know there was beef between Nintendo and Netflix. So Nintendo's really big on, we are a gaming device only, and we want you to buy all of our stuff, and we want you to buy everybody else's stuff on our platform. So I just kind of don't see why. I see why it would be great for us as gamers, but I just don't see something that doesn't normally run a Microsoft product running a Microsoft product. You see what I mean? Phones make sense. Phones make sense. Yeah. Unless they're like, they'll make it an app, and Nintendo's like, you still have to pay for NSO in order to get online, period. And here's another charge for Game Pass. Maybe it makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah. So shout out to the prior super chat that was on screen right now. I don't know where it went.
Oh,
Yeah. Shout out to
that one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow Remy for $2. I'm not sure if he was trying to write a question and it just went through, because it happens to me too. I tried to do super chat and all of a sudden the question didn't show up. This is super chat. So if you have a question in chat, then we'll highlight it. But thank you so much for the super chat. And then the one that you just highlighted?
Yeah, thank you so much. This is from Frankar. Thank you so much for your super chat. So I did follow up with him asking, what do you mean with your question? He said, how much do you expect the software to change? He was talking about the user interface.
Yeah, the UI for the Switch
yeah.
2?
Yeah.
We want a lot of change to come to the system.
All the things.
We want a user interface that's not only pretty, but we want one that we can customize. We want one that is friendly. We want one that works well, and just some pretty that works well, and we can customize and move around, create folders, and do all the thingamajigs and stuff.
Can I say something?
Yeah, say it.
So picture it: you're Switch 2, and you just randomly want to play Tears of the Kingdom for whatever reason, and you have all your games that kind of line up real pretty, but in the background as the game that you have currently selected, or you have a cartridge in for, if you're physical like me, and it's just the background, one of the moving backgrounds for Tears of the Kingdom, and it's just playing, the theme, whether it doesn't matter what theme it is, just playing something from the game.
Yeah, like
I would like that, almost
that's
like
nice.
a gift, but not as wonky.
Yeah, like a movie gift, like a little animation that kind of gently just gazes upon you and just tells you things mentally.
Oh no, if it starts telling me things mentally, then I think I need an exorcism at that point.
Yeah, we expect a huge update to the UI. We don't expect the same one because that'll be disappointing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Frankar.
Yes.
Frankar.
Oh yes, Frankar. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Tator salad. How many
Tater
SKUs
salad.
still?
Tater. That's short for potato here in America.
Right,
Potato salad. You put raisins in it. You cool.
Sorry. Keep in mind that Spanish is my first language, so that's how I will pronounce it. So sorry about that.
No, you're
how
fine.
many SKUs? No, I'm saying sorry to him because
the original pronunciation is Peter. Peter
the name. I'm so sorry. So how many SKUs still Switch to have? Like how many consoles we're gonna have day one, for example? I think that we also mentioned that during the podcast very briefly.
I've heard two.
Yeah, a black one and a white one.
Yeah,
that's what.
Where's the pink?
Handheld. Yeah, next handheld, the person who leaked the Nintendo Switch, the only one responsible for leaking the actual Switch, like how it looks, the Joy-Cons, everything. He said there were two SKUs, a white one and a black one. So that's what we get.
Yep. There's also another question here is basically the same from Tato Salad. So will there be a white model and a black model like the Wii U has?
Exactly. There we go. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's rumored. We don't know yet until Nintendo releases it.
Depending on how they sell it, I agree the white one, the black one seems most realistic, but I could see there technically being 4 SKUs if they do the rumored approach of one price point without Mario Kart and then another price point that's $50 more that includes Mario Kart.
They won't bundle in at the beginning. At the beginning, it's just a Switch alone. Holiday season now I see the traditional Mario Kart bundle with the big number 9 because he said there was a bundle, a third SKU with a bundle with the big 9 in the box and with an edition Switch. So I don't think we'll see the edition right now. I think we'll see it for the holiday season. Nintendo cannot go ask Paul. Nintendo cannot go one holiday season without bundling Mario Kart in the system.
Yeah.
They want you playing online with all your online friends.
Yep.
That's true. That they push a lot of multiplayer.
Thank you so much for that. Number 5. This question goes for the Super Paul. For Super Paul. If the company sells out Nintendo Switch 2, how long does it usually take before Nintendo catches up?
8 to 10 days.
Sit in the corner, Mike.
8 to 10 days.
8 to 10 days.
Wait for restock.
Yeah, they'll have their like 6.5+ million hopefully ready for day one that they're going to be shipping out first through boat cargo. It's more affordable. However, Nintendo has been known to expedite the reshipping process a couple of times by flight, which cuts them a little bit of profit because you can't carry as many on a plane as you can on a boat, and it costs more for a plane to go up in the air with fuel than a boat, etc. But they've done it before with Nintendo Switch and with Wii, and they're usually pretty fast to respond. So they're not going to make all that is available on day one isn't necessarily all that they have made. They're constantly making them. So like, let's say they theoretically have 10 million in the warehouse done. Probably not all 10 million would be on day one. Probably it would be like 6.5 or so million, so that they could then start to allocate to what center needs more and that kind of thing. But a very quick turnaround. Meanwhile, hundreds of thousands are more being made. So then after that next, 8 day later restock being done, then you're probably looking at like a once a week or so, once every 8 to 10 days, when they have another few 100,000 to be able to be pumped out. Boom, that's it. That's why, like, looking at past Nintendo numbers and how quickly they were able to hop on top of it, and looking at how much demand there is for Nintendo Switch 2 and how successful Nintendo Switch sold, that's why I came up with some, like last fall, really. I think they're going to be ramping up to potentially 22.5 million as their goal for the first 12 months. But that is also the theoretical maximum that I think that they can actually make. So something around that 6.5, 7 at launch, and then next 11.5 months to follow, you're getting that other 16 million. That's a lot to make, which is also why the later the system comes out in the year, it stinks to wait because we all want it so bad, but it's better in terms of software being ready, more hardware being ready, fewer gaps in between software releases because there's more ready for launch, and then the other ones later are now closer as a result, and the inventory has just been able to ramp up. But anyways, long answer for a short question. 8 to 10 days later, if you missed out on that day one because it's all out, that's when that next stock will be available.
So, in a nutshell, about 5 more months.
In the corner.
Yep. We also have another super chat that I briefly put on the screen, but I'm not sure if Mike wants to read it out loud.
Yeah,
but thank you very much for that super chat. Okay.
Go ahead. It's after midnight.
Okay, so
I'm
Axel.
waiting for Nintendo Switch 2 come and feature Small Vision. I would like to play as Mario and sniff Princess Peach's armpit.
We listen, we don't judge.
This is a trailer. This is a trailer.
I judge, honestly. If we're being
I'm pretty sure it smells like peaches, so it's okay.
I know I do.
Maybe it's like after a game of Mario baseball, and it's like, hot, sweaty fields, sports grass.
Okay, that's too much, Paul.
You go sit in the corner now, Paul. You're in timeout.
Wow. Yeah, it's a trailer. If you haven't seen it, guys, there's a mock-up. There's a mock trailer that first thing they did an incredible job with how they animated it, because it looks like a real trailer, right? And it literally fools you all the way to the point where they show the game, and then Princess Peach is like playing tennis and says, "Oh my god, I'm so sweaty. You want to smell my armpit?" And then they show the smell-o-vision feature. So yeah, that's what
I listen. I don't judge. Your thing is your thing. That is your business, boo.
I do not mind if they have like a smell-o-vision. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Bill Balmer, I'm not very sure. It says when can we order micro SD Express and
right
512 or 1 terabyte? So I'm not sure if you're talking about upgrading, like buying beforehand and speculating that it's going to be compatible with the system, or
the micro SD Express cards are the new ones that are they're so much faster. They're rumored to be for Nintendo Switch 2. They almost confirmed because Nintendo, it was Nintendo ordered them for a specific reason back in the day from manufacturers, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. But depending on whether you're getting what games are you into? Are you into Nintendo first party games, which Nintendo does a really good job in kind of keeping the sizes at a normal rate. I think you won't see one bigger than 15 gigabytes, right? If you're into third-party games, Call of Duty itself is 100 just for an update. Call of Duty, is more than 100 gigabytes of space, right? And so it just depends on what kind of games you're thinking of downloading right away. But they are already available. Micro SD cards, express cards, they are available. I think I saw one for like 2 terabytes available. So
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't very aware of that. That's what I wasn't very sure exactly what he was referring to.
yeah, Call of Duty is big. The duty is big.
Nice. Yeah, but it is. I mean, it will require more storage, right? Well, I wasn't the one who said it. I mean, you were the one that said it, so
Say
it's
what?
not on me.
Then what?
I want somebody to clip that. Just going from, the duty is big, and then Lily just straight faced. Yeah, it is. Anyways.
Yeah, but it's not on me. It's on him. He was the one who said it.
Don't worry, Lily. You are
was just a good
completely
moment.
safe. You're completely safe from ever having to go into the corner. You're absolutely fine.
Yeah, I'm just a little. I'm
I'm
being
like,
a child.
what are you like? What
I'm
are we
being a
talking
child.
about?
We're being
It's
immature.
It's past
on
midnight
purpose.
then.
Yeah.
It's not past
We're-
midnight, by the way. Is
Not
it?
yet. No, not yet.
Okay. Good.
It's past
I'm not-
10 o'clock.
There
It's
you go.
past my bedtime.
We're all tired.
Yeah.
So Tater Salad is also asking about the pricing. I'm not sure if we might have another question regarding that here, but I'll search a little bit.
Yep.
But briefly, I think that we have discussed that a little bit as well. But I don't really think that it's going to be more than $500 USDs, like US dollars, because that will mean that I will have to pay more in Canadian dollars. So for me, that's like my limit. 500 will do.
Yeah. So I saw an article today that they apparently the price leaked in the UK, and whenever and in the UK it was 379 euros, and so that's translated to I think it's 360 euros, whatever. But then the Nintendo Switch models in the US are cheaper than the rest of the world, which kind of brought it down to 349, which was like the rumor price in that article. So they were expecting the Nintendo Switch to be anywhere from 349 to 399, no more than that. I agree, because if this is the first model, this is the base model of Nintendo Switch system, there's more coming. They want to start at a good price, still making profit, and then move up from there. So $399 could be the price. We'll know more in April.
How much is the OLED, Mike?
349.
So, because the thing about it is, that's why I can't see Switch 2 being lower than $399, basically $400.
They can because they can start with the Nintendo Switch OLED left off, and then they lower the Switch OLED to $299, $249, and that.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say, because that would depend on if they plan on lowering the price of the original.
Eventually, they will. They will. I mean, they will.
I don't know if they will, because the thing about it is, if I'm thinking like Nintendo and I'm like, we're on fire right now, everybody wants a Switch 2, or most people, or enough people do. I would leave it the same, and I would charge $400 for Switch 2, because people still have good choices. You see what I mean? Also, higher price signifies, even though it's not always true, signifies, oh, this is the second one, so there's a number 2, of course, and also it's a higher price, so this is obviously new. That's how we're going to look at it, I think.
Yeah. So I'm basing this information of what's out there already, what's being discussed, and was already on the website for pre-order in that area. So that's the price that Nintendo is looking at, from $349 to $399. Paul, in your recollection, has there ever been a Nintendo console that has not been dropped in price prior to the release of another?
No, always. So I think it's going to happen again. I think between April 2nd and the release of Nintendo Switch 2, they will do price drops on a current line. Like I think Nintendo Switch 2 will come out at 400, and then OLED will go from 350 to 300, so there's a nice gap there.
Yeah.
The base model will go from 300 to 250, and then Lite will go from 200 to 170. So it's like a 15-ish% drop for each of those systems. Not significant, but enough that you have a nice clear 170, 250, 300, 400. And that is the next gen. They can't make Nintendo Switch too attractive that it takes away attention from Nintendo Switch 2, but they need to make it attractive enough that it hits for that not quite ready for Nintendo Switch 2 $400 demographic, which is a little bit more of an affordable market, while still keeping it live and active by having Nintendo Switch Online drops, NSO stuff, to make it compelling. They're like, hey, you're not just buying some deadbeat system that's 8 years old and no one cares about it. No, it's backwards compatible, so you can play with your friend that's playing Mario Kart 8, and you can still play that one here too. Maybe not everything, but enough. So it's never been done before that they've not reduced it. So
yeah.
I hope we answered that question. We all kind of had a different answer.
I think you never know with Nintendo.
I mean, all we can do is give you the best answer, from what we know. It's all based on just our speculation, opinion, and what's out there, and what Nintendo's been doing from the past, history. But then again, there's always a first time Nintendo can, they could keep the price the same the very first time. So we don't know. We'll find out April 2nd.
We shall see.
That's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. And you, I remember Josie was mentioning, like, as for the day off, I'm definitely gonna do that because I really want to react to the whole trailer. That's one. Second, I want to be ready for me to place my order for the pre-order of the Nintendo Switch if they do go live. And third, that weekend happens to be the New York Nintendo Switch 2 experience on the weekend, and I did sign up for it. So if I do get picked, I'm just gonna hop on a plane and get down to New York and head down to New York and play if I do get picked. So yeah, I'm definitely asking for all of those days.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll let you pre-order in the store? I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so as well. But now that you bring it up, I might buy the Master Sword replica instead.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah, I would definitely do that. Having Hope 5, thank you so much for your question. What games do you guys think we will see in the next Direct?
February?
Yeah, I'm guessing we're talking about the upcoming one and not the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct.
Yep.
I'm sticking with the same Wind Waker or Twilight Princess. That's for me. But I don't know if anybody will like it.
I'm gonna give you 5. I'm gonna give you 5 just to give you a good answer.
Oh my God, Mike!
Mario Galaxy.
So you're saying my answer is it's not a good answer? No, I'm sorry, but we have been talking about this for.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I just wanted to please somebody out. I wanted to please somebody out there. I
want to go out.
Lily is raging.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Mario Galaxy 2, Tamagotchi Life. Animal Crossing New Leaf on Nintendo Switch. We're gonna get of course Zelda Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, because I think Twilight Princess is gonna be the remaster. And the last one, I don't know. The last one, it could be
Big Duty Call.
No. That Kirby Robobot. Kirby. Yeah, Kirby Robobot. Yeah, that one.
My answer's still the same. Switch 1, Wind Waker. There's a reason I say that, because Wind Waker, over time, unfortunately, hasn't done as well in sales. And it's not because it's not a beautiful looking game. It's because people are not usually fans of the cartoony style. I know everybody doesn't feel that way, but enough people do. So that's why I think it would do well on Switch 1. But in order to push Switch 2, I think a remake or something of Twilight Princess, like a big remake, would go better on Switch 2. Zach, you didn't. I don't know if you answered that one.
I did not yet.
What are you thought?
I would like to see a lot of Nintendo Switch Online games, more so than specific new games. Or wait, is this Metroid Prime or is this the last question?
Yeah, we're
this is the previous question.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I'd like to see a lot more Nintendo Switch Online. I'm still expecting to see games that are going to end up launching on both systems. So
in February?
In the February Direct, like I'm expecting them to go over games that'll be coming out for like the next 6 months or something like that.
So on Switch 2 also, or just Switch?
On both of them, but it's specific. They're all going to come out on the Switch 1. Like there won't be a game talked about that's not for the Switch 1, I don't think. But so because of that, I'm not sure how many newer games to be expecting, because obviously they're going to want to save a lot of surprises for their Switch 2 Direct. So we will see.
What you're saying is that every game on in the Direct is backwards compatible?
No, like there will release, and I think most of the games in the Direct will have a Switch 1 cartridge, and then some will also have a Switch 2 cartridge.
I only see that happening for 2 games. And that's Metroid Prime 4 and maybe Pokemon Legend Arizona.
Yeah, I could see that.
But Wind Waker, I think Wind Waker, if it comes out, it'll be HD on Nintendo Switch, compatible with Switch 2. And I don't see them mentioning at all Nintendo Switch 2 in this Nintendo Direct. It's because they have a Switch 2 Direct. Like, literally says April Nintendo Direct, Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, I think that they're going to keep everything for that.
They'll probably say, there'll be no mention of
There will be no mention
of
Yeah, I agree. We also have another question from Tato Salad. Will Metroid Prime 4 be a launch title on Switch 2? I'll say yes.
Metroid Prime 4? Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I was kind of expecting to see at least Metroid Prime 4, like a little snippet in the trailer, but we got Mario Kart, which is great. But still, like I was kind of hoping that they were going to tease a little bit more about that, but they didn't.
Oh, Wind Waker VR, I see in the chat. Wind Waker VR. That'd be
Wind
cool,
Waker
right?
VR?
How would that work? Wind Waker VR. I
Mm.
mean, I can see Call of the Duty working with Wind Waker, because Call of the Duty will be a win that would wake anybody up. So, you know?
Yeah.
That's a passive duty.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, what is the Wind Waker? What was the wind that woke people up? What is that? I don't get it.
It's because we were sailing in the ocean.
No, well, yeah, and also the
Sorry,
have you played I'm sorry, not you, Joycey, because of course you have played Wind Waker, but have you played Wind Waker, Mike?
I've only gotten to the about to fight the bird in the top of the mountain.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned that's
and that's when I stopped, when I kind of saw that there's a possibility of the game coming to Switch. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna stop right here. I don't want to play anymore. And I'll wait.
Yeah, and
you'll love that game.
The thing is that the Wind Waker is the actual conductor's, button that you use. Like that's the Wind Waker. That's why it's called
The bird?
No, the magical conductor that you use to move around things. Like when you're,
it's pronounced baton in English. Lily's still right, but I think that's what was. You know how in English we got like 20 words that mean different things, but they all sound the same.
Quick reminder: awake is also the trail of water when a boat's moving, so you can
makes sense.
Sure is.
Whatever comes. Okay, let's go. I want to say something. I want to say anything else.
Now we're all tired.
Yeah.
Well,
That's sad.
Well, so Rigoli, if we get a Wind Waker HD announced in February Direct, do you think they'll add anything new? And what would you want if they did? Doubt it, but just curious.
Ooh.
I mean, there's always some type of quality of life improvement added to the game. You know,
Stamps.
yeah, something like that. I know that, and yeah, it's true because in Link's Awakening, they did add that. They also added that little guy that's in, like, you know, in the cave, and the little troll guy where you go with the amiibo and you tap it and you build like little dungeons and stuff like that. So there's like something not, I don't know what they will build. Maybe what they could do. Maybe like a little boat race or something.
Was
But
there, the tingle charts or something that, and then they put, I think they did put some kind of stamps in it because it was supposed to interact with Miiverse.
Oh,
And hi Mario.
Hey,
hello.
Mario.
Mario's like I did not ask to come and be on the show.
Let
He's
me
so
go,
over.
human.
Human,
Where's
this is
Mario?
my house.
Where's his Mario hat?
Oh, so
Got a little
cute.
tiny Mario hat on his hat, like a little Mario hat.
A little mustache, the whiskers.
This guy.
Oh my god, how cute!
Yeah.
He's a good boy. There you go. Be at peace.
Yeah.
But serious answer though, for Wind Waker HD, if it was announced for Switch, I could see them. Well, Switch doesn't have like Miiverse or anything like that. I think Switch 2 will. So maybe it'll be one of those games where you could totally play this on your Switch 1, but on the next system, you'll be able to interact with this, that, and the third. That's a possibility, but I don't know. But if they were to put something in it, I would like for them to replace it with something like that.
Now this is a good answer for that question right there. Boo Mini. Thank you, Boo Mini, for that $5 super chat.
Will Nintendo come out with Zelda trading card games again like they did years ago?
Maybe that's the Wind Waker thing they add on.
Yeah, that's like the perfect time for that super chat.
Right?
I think they can do something like that, but I'm not very fun of trading cards.
I like trading
But
cards.
if it's Zelda, I guess I'll buy
What if
it.
they're amiibo cards too?
Yeah, they
problem
could
is
also
I won't
go with
trade 'em.
that. Yeah.
All right. That's true. That is true. Oh, but if you get duplicates.
Oh well, yeah. Okay.
It's like it's gonna be a thing like when you're trading pins in Disney parks. Yeah.
Yeah. I will go nuts because I remember back in school when I was a kid, they had those little things, that little circles that came in Dorito bags, and like little things to collect, and then they give you a book. You had to put the little sticker in the book and collect all of them, and it was addictive. It was not great.
Real quick, Mike, can you check our Discord? Because I'm about to post something in there, and I don't know if it's something you want to throw on at the end of this or what.
Sure, of course. Let me see.
I gotta actually. Y'all know it take me a minute, so I gotta actually put it in there. But please continue. Please continue.
Thank you so much for that super chat. So Red Dragon 72, thank you for thank you so much for your question. So once you have your Switch 2 in hand, what will be the first game you play?
I'm gonna run out the door, scream like a maniac, yell to the top of my lungs, and then I'll play a game. I'll probably unbox it, just continue yelling and screaming. I'll be my unboxing video will be me just like sobbing, like
I can't believe it's in my hands now. I'm waiting so
many years in the baking.
Yeah, right.
Okay, go check Discord, Mike. Go check Discord.
So yeah,
we're gonna be like, what do we do with this? I was not prepared for this, even though I've been waiting for this for many years.
it's gonna be a thing. Yeah.
The first game to play, it'll depend on which one I get. Like if they do announce if Metro Prime 4 Beyond is included, like, well, not with the game, but more like launch title, I'll definitely play that. That'll be the first game I'm gonna play for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, whatever comes with it at launch, because at launch you don't have as many options as you do in the 8th year.
It really depends on the games that they're
probably the jump rope game with the rabbit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. All right, Alisala, thank you so much for your question. How does it work if you pre-order it from GameStop or Best Buy and go into the store to pick it up? Or I have never done that before. So for GameStop here, you can pick also for Best Buy, because I also pre-order for Best Buy. You can pick whichever you like. Like they can ship it to your house, or you can pick it up at the store. It really depends on what kind of experience you want. I mean, if it's going to be on release day, most likely I want to walk in at GameStop and get my console. I feel like it's gonna be more physical and more like an experience rather than opening the door and finding it there. But that's how I would do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, to that.
I agree. Yeah, I can share this. Joyce, I can share it once we finish with the questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Woo! All right. So, Wink the Man 07, thank you so much for your question. So, this is for Mike. I'm thinking we'll get a short switch to teaser in a Super Bowl commercial featuring Sabrina Carpenter.
Who has been, apparently, she's a Bono. Okay,
Well,
I'll chant with you. Go for
Sorry,
it.
I just want her to be Zelda. That's all I want.
Who?
Oh, really?
Who?
Sabrina
Carpenter.
She's
Switch
yeah.
it up
I
like
think so.
Nintendo.
Yep, she mentions Nintendo on her espresso song.
Yeah.
Apparently, she's a legit Nintendo fan.
I don't
She
think
actually plays the games, and she's an actual gaming fan.
she's not gonna be Zelda. She's gonna be this in the soundtrack.
What does this? Okay, we, put this on the docket for next couple podcasts or the podcast after next something.
Yeah.
What does a Zelda movie soundtrack sound like? What does a Zelda song sound like? Because y'all know I listen to a ton of different types of music, and I'm like, nothing sounds right. It doesn't sound Zelda enough. It's either too rock or too R&B or too gospel or too hard rock or whatever. Like, what's a good? Yeah, Mike, put that on the list of things we need to talk about.
I will. We'll
make that a topic.
I don't know.
I shall.
I'll say something very magical.
But I can
Right.
honestly, to answer Wink Demand's question, this is what I would think. The teaser that we saw, except maybe a little bit faster, because the casuals don't really care. They're just like, oh yay, more power. That's all they need to know. So I could just hear just the part of Espresso where she's like, switch it up like Nintendo. And then it's just a little blurb of the Switch 2. And it just says coming soon. 30 seconds, $10 million well spent, Nintendo. Go for it.
Yeah. I agree. That's something that could potentially work. Nintendo Fun Boy, thank you so much for your question. Not sure if you guys talked about the extra USB-C port, but I think it'll be for accessories. Maybe VR?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
I mean, it has been a very many years since we have seen, like, I wouldn't say accessories, but more like gadgets for you to use with your console, because that was a kind of a thing back in 90s 2000s, and then they completely stopped, like, no more accessories. You have other manufacturers to work on accessories and official license and whatnot, but nothing officially Nintendo. So I think we need that. I really think we do.
I agree.
I miss connecting stuff. Like Game Boy inside the Super Nintendo to play Game Boy games. An expansion pack for the N64 to bring up the RAM to 8 megabytes. A Game Boy player underneath the GameCube to bring out Game Boy Advance games. The headset connected to the back of the Wii to make it a console that you could use your headset to speak to people on Endless Ocean. Like, I like connecting stuff. And nowadays, that's seen as so clunky and archaic and very old school because things are updated via software instead of hardware. But then you got some cool accessories like Ring Fit Adventure came out, and it wasn't something that you connected to it, but the Joy-Cons went in it. You did have Labo, which was connecting. You did have Mario Kart Home Circuit, which was a different way of connecting. So, like, Nintendo still does that, but, like, console, Transformers, Power Rangers stuff, like, that's fun.
He wants a Nintendo Transformer, y'all.
Things are getting more and more modular again, Paul. because of e-waste. So
Yeah, I agree.
you know, like there's a computer framework, it's a laptop, and you literally, the whole point is to be able to upgrade it forever. And so like when you get a new GPU for it, it has a external GPU holder that you can then put your old GPU in to give it extra power. And so like things are starting to get more plug in the 500 ports and outlets and stuff. So I would like to see that come back as well.
Yeah. AI is taking over.
The Nintendo Transformer.
That's what they do for the Nintendo Switch 3. Instead of snap or clap, they go womp, 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 womp.
Wow.
Have y'all seen that channel where Megatron is like just roasting people that come up to meet him at Universal?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So Switch 3, okay, starting a new totally untrue rumor. But Switch 3 is going to be the Transformer, and you can attach your Game Boy to it. You can attach your original NES to it. You can attach your Game Genie to it. Yes, Game Genie, y'all. And then you can attach like your VR headset, and then I can finally get my Nintendo Switch waffle maker. Come on.
Yep.
Come on. It'll make waffles for you, and it'll be a Transformer. Who doesn't want that? Well, I want that.
It'll also be a back scratcher.
Yes, back scratcher.
Actually, that's what's gonna happen. The Labo, or that's why we have Alarmo. Alarmo is the head. You have to get all the different pieces to build it.
That makes sense. And
then it'll be a robot. It'll be a robot and steal your identity overnight.
Or it can make you breakfast. It can make you waffles. Go with me.
I just wanted the smell of coffee in the morning.
Waffles.
Yeah.
Waffles.
Well, really wakes me up.
And that's what the Nintendo Smell-O-Vision's for.
Waffles.
There we
Not
go.
to smell Princess's
Waffles.
armpits, please.
Waffles. Waffles.
Oh my god.
I'm so tired.
David, thank you so much for your question. I've never pre-ordered a system before or a system launch before. So is that paying full up front, correct? It really depends on the retailer, because we were talking about this earlier as well. Some retailers, they do have like some sort of payment plans available for you. However, you do need to apply for them. It's more like a third-party financial thing. Like it'll route you to an external financial. You need to go through, create an account and validation and set up the payment plans there. And I'm not sure about the US, but here you do get very quickly credit checked just to make sure all of that kind of stuff. But there's also the option, I think, with PayPal. We were discussing that as well. Sometimes that you can make some payments, but it really depends on a retailer where you're getting that. But
it does. It really does. I agree.
All right.
I agree because I'm hungry.
I know some of them, like GameStop, you don't even pay up front usually. Like you do
it does?
order, and then
Was that
when
the last one?
check out, you pay.
Was that the last one?
This one is the last one, actually. Okay. The one for Clifford. Do you think they will resurrect Mike Dyson's Punch Out?
Nope. Mike Odyssey Punch Out will resurrect.
As long as they don't name it after the Paul brothers, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's my thought process. Nobody else.
But the thing is that this time around, listen, if they do resurrect it, I can predict this time around Mike Tyson will be a little easier to beat.
Yeah.
That's a little slower. It's a little slower. Or start off fast and then slow down as he goes.
No, just you just stop in the middle of the fight, don't move, and then just collect 20 million at the end.
Mike Tyson, if you're watching this, my name is Zach Hendricks, and I live.
My name is Zelda Fitzgerald.
Let me go ahead. Was that the last question?
That was the last question. So
let me go ahead real quickly and share something here that Joycey shared here. It's some good information followed by some speculation that I quickly debunked. All right, but there's good information. Okay, so this is from Nate, Nintendo Prime, buddy from the channel. A few more filings from the FCC. This is the news. Nintendo Switch 2 supports at least 5 Bluetooth LE 5, possibly up to 5.3. NFC reader is back in the right Joy-Con. Amiibo support is in, so yeah. Wireless Bluetooth and controls are disabled entirely when they are connected to the console as any outward signal beyond headset stuff. This matters because now here comes the speculation. That means there is zero casting in the dock. As I noted many times, this was always unlikely, but people still won't let go of the concept. FCC filing proves casting is not a feature on Switch 2, but it doesn't, because I went ahead and replied here. Which, Nate, I'm still waiting for your reply, dude. Come on. I love you, bro. I love you, bro. You're my bro. That doesn't make any sense, Nate. Right? You don't need Bluetooth from the controllers or the system to screen. Okay. So here is Bluetooth
Stream,
is not
scream.
It's just a stream, not scream. You can scream if you want, but
That's
Bluetooth is not the only way to stream to a screen. Most modern streaming methods utilize Wi-Fi connections, including technologies like Chromecast, AirPlay, and Miracast, which are generally considered more efficient for screen mirroring than Bluetooth due to the higher bandwidth capabilities. So if you were to stream a video game that requires you to control the game and control something on your device, Bluetooth is not the way to go. It's just not the lack of Bluetooth being off when it's the Joy-Cons are on. That's not a reason enough to say that you won't have the ability to cast. So yeah, but the good thing is that we have some good information on top of the Bluetooth support for the Nintendo Switch, and then also Amiibo's support is back in, so it's pretty cool. And that's the bottom line, because Mike Cold said so.
Look.
That's
Oh my God.
Is that
Hi, buddy.
Let me
not his name, Paul? What's his name?
Bowser.
This is Peach.
Peach.
Oh, Peach.
Peach.
Peach
I bet
was
his
the
armpits are stinky.
Oh.
Peach wants to go on the
Can
floor.
smell the
night. I'm
armpit.
talking to you.
Hi,
Peach.
Peachy.
Hi, buddy.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, no, wait, hold on. There you
A
go.
very quick, this is for Joycey Boomini. Do you have any other book recommendations? I think that you guys can DM, but yeah, I just wanted to bring it up.
Off the top of my head, shoot, I'm trying to think of a good thriller because I know you like thrillers. I'm kind of in
Like
my
thriller?
romance era.
Like Thriller?
Yeah.
I like them too, but I meant she and I like psychological thrillers, like and whodunits and good
Cameo.
mysteries. She wants a book like with pages. I don't have anything off the top of my head. I'm in my romance era right now. So right now, I'm doing a lot of what's it called, like fantasy world romance kind of thing. It's usually what I like in the winter. In the summer, that's when I like thrillers and stuff. So right now I'm reading Sherilyn Kenyon. She has books upon books upon books upon books. So you go online and you check her out. Sherilyn Kenyon. You go online, check her out, sweetie. And message me on Twitter or Discord or something if you want. And I can go through my actual bookshelves. Okay.
All right, my friend. That we had a lot to talk about. We didn't make the 3 hour 22 hour on the podcast.
You don't
And
need to.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a packed podcast with a whole bunch of information, so we did our best to bring it to you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast today. Before we let you go, we got Paul Gill in the house. Paul, what do you have going on this week? Where can we find you?
Okay.
Other than fighting crime.
This is very important. More important than any other time that I have given an outro, because I actually have something really cool. Well, I think it's cool. But it's something that's happening every single day from the 76th day until the date of the Nintendo Switch 2 Nintendo Direct. And that is that every day, both on X and YouTube and Blue Sky and Instagram for that matter, I drop a little 6-second clip of me wearing a different video game shirt saying the day's date and how many days are left until the Nintendo Switch 2 Nintendo Direct.
Nice.
So I've already done about 10 of them so far. I drop all of them at midnight Pacific time. So that's 2 a.m. Central, 3 a.m. Eastern, and for everywhere else in the world at some time in that day. So it's just a little bit of like think of it as you have your calendar and you're checking off the calendar on the days to go and the days to go. But if you need a little bit of help, there's a little small nugget of your day could be spent going to my YouTube channel or Twitter channel and just saying, oh, what day is it today? I'm not going to look at the calendar. I'm going to go online and see the day and see me wearing a different video game shirt every day. Now, do I have 76 video game shirts? You'll have to find out, because I am not planning on doing this unless if I do. So that's all I have from you. And where to find me, because Mike asked, it should be obvious because I have it right there. But just in case, I am at Paul Gale Network on these social media accounts, particularly X and YouTube. So thank you.
Oh, we never know if you one day will add an OnlyFans. So we have to ask you every day.
Whoa.
Whoa.
We ain't that after hours.
In about 3 minutes, it's going to be after hours where we're at.
All right. Thank you, Paul. I'm going to go over to Lily. Hi, what you got going on? Where can we find you?
You can find me everywhere as Lily Hyrule, but particularly here on YouTube. You can find me every Friday here on the Nintopics Podcast as well. And I just started live streaming again. So I think also to clarify, I think that Bumini mentioned that I'm glad that you're uploading videos. Those are not videos, you guys. They are live streams. So I will unlist them. So if you were not able to join the live streams, I will eventually re-upload them for you to watch them on the channel. So don't worry if you're not able to tune in. However, you will need to wait, I don't know, like probably a week, because I do want to have prioritize the live streams. I'll be doing live streams every Monday and Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Currently, I'm playing Skyward Sword, but I will add and start playing Metroid. I do want to start from the very first Metroid all the way up to Metroid Prime Remaster. So stay tuned for that. Like I am a Zelda fan, but I also like other Nintendo games, especially Metroid. That's one of the series that I really wanted to start. Aside from Pokemon, I'm still getting ready for Pokemon. I'm sorry, I know it's gonna take me a very long time, but I will get there eventually. But in terms of videos, I am slowly working to get videos out there for you guys, not just live streams. So stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so. Also hit the bell icon so you know exactly either when I go live or when I upload a new video. That's it for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lily. Over to Zach Hendricks, the Hendricks.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining us today. You can find me at YoungCalf Zach on X/Twitter, and Zach Hendricks Media or Zach Hendricks Voiceover everywhere else, including here on YouTube every Friday night at the Nintopics Podcast on the Mike Odyssey channel. And then when the podcast wraps up, I stream some Smash Ultimate, so that's going to be live in a minute. So feel free to join me there if you want to keep the party going. I call it the post-pod party. For post-podcast party. Pod is short for podcast. But I call it the post-pod party, and that's where I'll be for the next couple hours. So
the post-pod party?
Post-pod party. I'll post the link in the chat. And yeah, that's me.
And then over to Joycey J.
Hi, Joycey J. Hi. You can follow me on Twitter, because I will never call it X, because for reasons I'm just not going to say here. But yeah, follow me over there. My name, I am DJ Joycey. I don't be talking about nothing but video games and Zelda. So if you are stuck in a Zelda game, and some of you have reached out to me, if you are stuck in a Zelda game, holla at your girl.
All right, thank you, Joycey. Appreciate you, Joycey. All right. And me, you can find me here Monday through Friday here at the Odyssey. Of course, I will start live streaming more starting tomorrow, my friends. Tomorrow is the day the tournament is back. We're having a tournament here live on the channel at 3 p.m. Eastern time. We're playing Mario Kart. We're playing Splatoon. We're playing Smash Bros. We're playing Fall Guys. We're playing Stumble Guys. We're playing what's the other game? Oh, Mario Party. Just the party games. Mario Party Jamboree, but just the party game.
Mario Study.
Yeah, we're playing Mario Party also on the chat on
Mario
the live
Study.
stream. Mario Study?
Sit there quietly and study.
Mario Study. No.
I'm making up stuff, Mike.
And of course, we have a new soundtrack.
Time to run with the squad like Xenoblade. Drive like Mario, we on a new wave. Never slow down, winners don't need no brakes. We won't fade, our shine gets greater. Staying on the ball like Pokemon trainers. From the NES to the Wii dangerous. You can button mash, but it ain't gon' save ya. Do it for the gamers, y'all ain't gotta worry. Flying over all the competition like Kirby. Nintendo news, you gon' get it in a hurry. Something new drop, I'll be on it bright and early. I'm going hard, don't know what else to tell ya. The missing link like I was looking for Zelda. Leave a comment so I know more about you. Welcome to the Odyssey, you know that we out. Welcome to the Odyssey. Hit the like, press play. Time to run with the squad like Xenoblade. Drive like Mario, we on a new way.
All right. So, yes, you can hear the whole song tomorrow at the tournament. It is our returning tournament. Normally, our tournaments have, we have a lot of fun just playing video games and kind of seeing who wins and stuff like that, right? And we also have the thank you wheel that we will start in the next tournament, not this tournament, but the thank you wheel. I will explain it tomorrow with a whole bunch of giveaway prizes that we spin the wheel and then we choose them from the chat, and it's gonna be really fun. And yeah, it happens every single Saturday, every single last Saturday of the month. We have the Nintopics, the Odyssey tournament where we have a lot of fun and stuff like that. So stay tuned. Tomorrow we'll be live at 3 p.m. playing all those games and having a lot of fun. It's Saturday. If you want to, instead of watching Saturday night cartoons, come play with us. Just come play with us. Other than that, our streaming days will be Monday, Thursday, and Saturdays, like streaming days. We're gonna be streaming here, live stream, and just talking about news and having a lot of fun too. So there's a lot coming. Also, I can officially say Indie Mania is coming back in June. It's gonna be a great show. There's a lot happening. We have some amazing surprises behind the scenes that I wasn't expecting, but it's happening. And so you guys will hear more about that on the channel in February. February is the big announcement month for Indie Mania 2025, the sequel. If you want to get your Indie Mania t-shirt right now, it is already on myodyssey.com. You can get your t-shirt before the stream and then send me a picture. Send me a picture, you wearing the t-shirt, and I will send you a digital code for an indie game. So you can play indie games and stuff. And blah, blah, blah. All right, so that is what's happening at the Odyssey. Before we let you go here at the Odyssey, we want to say two things. Never give up. Don't do it. Don't do it. And journey on, my friend.
Yes. Have a great weekend. See you next week.
In the stream, Mike, I'm tired.
Joyce said, I'm waiting 2 seconds this week.
I should end automatically now. Let's see.
Keep your inspired. Look to the future and see what you find. Let's journey together, one leap at a time. It's your time to shine, so reach for the skies.
Have a great night.
Drive like Mario, we on a new way. Never slow down.